Hello, welcome to the birthday streams. Gotta switch over. Hello, hi. Hello. Let me make sure everything works and I can hear myself. I should be able to because I just did this. Yeah, okay. I always am terrified that sound doesn't work because there have been times where I'll never forget when I did the first part of Deltarune. Thank goodness I've already played it before, but Deltarune, like the first part, chapter 1, most of it, none of the sound was working. That was last birthday. Oh yeah, that was basically last birthday. Wow, it's been a year. No Deltarune chapter. That would be what's happening today if we had it. Deltarune's so good. Hi, I'm Icarus. Welcome to the streams. Today we're doing a special dive. It is my birthday. I am 31. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's my girlfriend. But that's fine because I'm very loved. The Lord has blessed me through my life, and I'm very, very blessed, very, very happy, very content. And yeah, so I wanted to. Hold on, let me get your name. Hold on. Letuleisure. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Leisure, I'm so sorry. You mentioned before, I know yesterday I was playing One Piece and you came in at the end. You asked a question at the end there and you said like you were in Europe and everything. I apologize for that. I didn't mean to cut the stream just as you asked and stop the dive. I was cutting it and then your question came through. I was like, no, this is why I tried to type back. Did you get my reply? I basically said thanks for coming. But welcome to the streams. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Although now, isn't it super late for you now? I mean, I'm not your dad or mom. Like, you can do whatever you want, but just be careful. As mental health, as we're kind of talking about-ish, it's pop psychology, but sleep is very important for your mental health. It's one of the most important things, actually, I would say. So just be careful. But it's just 9 p.m. here. Okay, oh yeah, you're fine. But thanks for coming by. So yeah, today we're going to do some pop psychology. I am a clinical counselor, first off. I am not licensed yet. We're so close. If I don't fail by 1 point again. Lord's will, not mine. But, yeah. So, basically today we're going to be doing, pop psychology quizzes. Basically kind of like the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, 16 personalities or whatever they call it now. All of those. I've done some of these before, but it's been a good long while. So I thought it'd be fun for my birthday, because I don't have a super lot of time. I'm going to go out to dinner with my family, but I was like, I could do a little bit. So I wanted to do a special daytime dive, at least for me, with that. And I took the day off, so, now I want to say first off, as a counselor, I can actually kind of talk about this a little bit. These personality quizzes and all that are fun and can be helpful, but think of them as guides and aids. These are not, other than the Big Five, which has been proven by test takers and stuff with reliability tests. None of these are very reliable in test taking because, spoilers, human beings are complex, beautiful creatures and not creatures, beautiful individuals of being and spirit created by the Lord and His love. Spoilers, it's very hard to test about how each individual person exists because we're all so unique and beautifully and wonderfully made. So, duh, it's going to be really hard to actually make a test that does that. But they are fun, and I do think that they can be really helpful. So, and I thought they'd, be kind of fun to go through. So I figured we might as well go on ahead through today. And it's been a while since I've taken some of these. I haven't taken all of them anyway. But I figure might as well go through and do it. So we're going to take... How many do I have? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez. I've got 6 of them. 2 of them at the end we might skip, depending on time. But I've got 6 up. And we've got basically the Myers-Briggs, 16 personalities, Enneagram, Big Five, and those are the big 3 ones. And then you've got the DISC assessment, and then 7 love styles, and free career tests, and a career type test. So we've got a bunch of options to kind of cover the gambit. And I figured we could just go through them today because I haven't taken some of these, and some of these have been a long time. So I'll kind of dive in and we'll take a look. Let me go ahead and get this up so you guys can see. Okay, so by the way, all of these are taken. Where is my desktop? Hold on. There it is. All of these are taken from Truity. They have all the tests in one place, and I've been told Truity's pretty good for the test taking. 16 Personalities, the site, it's good, but they try to. So Myers-Briggs. Okay, let's just go into the first test. Okay, so this first test is called Myers-Briggs or 16 Personality. It's made off of Carl Jung, who was, if you know Sigmund Freud, okay, psychology history, everyone, because I actually have a degree in this. So, what's that white? Oh, it's the light. Where's it coming from? Oh, it's coming. I'm sorry about this light right here. I know you can see it. It's coming from the window, and I can't really block it, so. I'm blind. Oh, yeah, that's the window light. Jeez. Okay, so 16 Personality or Myers-Briggs. This is based on Carl Jung's theories and ideas about the subconscious, about archetypes, things like that. He was the break-off. So Sigmund Freud was one of the first true psychologists, basically. There is stuff way back when where, like, Socrates and all of them talked about the spirit and the mind and stuff, but that's like real early theorizing. Freud was the first one to basically make a career out of studying the mind and like thoughts and things like that. Freud is also a hack in a lot of ways, and I don't like him. Fight me. People in the mental health field and in the psychology field, I will fight you on this. He sucks. He's a crappy person from what I understand, and all of his stuff has to deal with sex, which is dumb and really like materialistic, like naturalistic based, which I don't like. But he does have some really good ideas, and he did, I don't like making this comparison, but it kind of fits. Like DBZ set the stage and did everything to make shonen battle series like One Piece and Bleach and everything be able to come in the future, Freud took the steps in order for others to be able to study later on. Freud does have some good stuff like the id, ego, superego kind of thing is kind of interesting, but he places superego as like societal pressures on morality, which morality is nothing but societal pressures, and what is told is right and wrong. There is no right and wrong. It's just societal pressures. Really, one is following the id, which is like the base instincts, and the ego is just a conscious thought fighting against it. And it's just that kind of battle, which is true biblically in some ways, because we do fight against the flesh, and that's talked about. But also there's something more to it. The superego is not just that. So, I don't hate Freud. Some of the things he does, I'm just like, but he's got more stuff right than I like to give credit for. Anyway, so he started off, and a lot of people didn't like him either, so they broke off on their own. Carl Jung was one of them. Carl Jung is the individual who made the Persona and Shadow. If anyone plays a, I don't know, kind of popular series called Persona, if you've been playing that, you've been going to Freudian psychology. That's where all that comes from. The shadows are the opposite side of persona, and the persona is how we portray ourselves to deal with different parts of life and our conscious efforts to do so. It's all from Freud. He also came up with anima, the other one, the male and female side and all that stuff. And he also had archetypes of personality. An archetype is basically like, he believed that there was a collective unconscious, persona, where archetypes of understanding, like templates of understood ways of thinking, were. And people formulated from that collective unconscious in a way that their personalities developed on that spectrum. So there's like a categorical spectrum of thought processes and way people are. Now this can be good because it can help someone to identify with something, or like we use labels nowadays. The point of a label, by the way, is not a bad thing. It's supposed to help categorize and help to understand, this is what someone struggles with or how they think and stuff, so we can work with that in order to help. That's why we have disorders in the DSM, is to try to be able to use what we know based on the type of thinking that's being shown to be able to help it. Now, labels can be bad because they can shoehorn people into places, and people sometimes do that with this test in particular too. So the Myers-Briggs is based off of that. There are four. So in the Myers-Briggs, there are four sections, I guess, of like how people think. It's IE, SN, FT, PJ. So the way that the test works is the way that the labels and things work is it's trying to decipher how a person interprets and makes decisions on data. So how they interact with the world and data and decision making and how they are with all of that with their personality. That's what it's trying to do. So each letter kind of has two opposite sides of handling something. The I and the E are introversion, extroversion. Pretty simple. Pretty much every test has that. Introversion and extroversion in different ways to interact with other people. It's different capacities to do so versus different capacities for wanting to be alone. Introverts not only more prefer to be alone, but the real and introverts kind of prefer to be alone, extroverts kind of prefer to be around people. The real test, though, because a lot of introverts like being around people, the real test, from what I understand, is introverts. How to determine whether someone's I or E, it's how does the person regain energy? How do they regain energy whenever they're spent? Because we all become spent at some point where, like, I can't do this anymore, I gotta go to blank. Introverts like to go by themselves, go recluse and go, I'm done, I need to be by myself. I do that. Extroverts, like my dad, Dadless, if you've seen him, he gains energy by being around people. It's like, oh yeah, cutting up and just kind of chilling and having fun with other people. That's how I get more energized and back into it. I get drained by being around other people, even people I love. I need to be alone sometimes. So everyone needs to be alone sometimes, though, and everyone needs to be around people. So just because someone's an I or E doesn't mean they don't need the other side. So here's that. S and N. So this is how energy is gained and how we around other people. S and N. Okay. So S, these determine how information is gathered. How information is gathered from the world and from situations. S is the standard materialistic. I don't have anything to show you, but materialistic. This cup has a beautiful, amazing, incredible woman of culture and refinement. That's not an S thing. That's a opinion. No, that's a objective fact. So an S could understand that. But no, seriously, this cup has this part's squishy. It has like a little bit of because it's like where you put it down and clip it. This is the part, it has a little bit of leeway, but it's mostly firm. I'd say about 0.2 centimeter, that kind of thing. This is about an inch, long. This has a curved edge. Okay, it seems rough. This is smooth though, so there's that transition. And S takes in information on their five senses and the world around them as it exists to take it in like that. An N, and this is what I am, based on what I took, N's are harder to understand on that. An N is intuition. It's connecting the dots, even though they don't fully connect, to make the picture. They see an N collects data based on patterns, based on guides, based on labels or templates as well, and kind of connects to, okay, so that means, wait, if that happens, that's that. This is where maybe out of the box thinking comes from with N, but the downside of N is that an N can be completely oblivious to something that everyone else catches because it's right there in front of them. An N's the one who may get lost walking around, but when playing like an adventure game may come up with a weird way of solving the problem that is like out there but works. That kind of thing. So S and N are kind of like that. F and T. So the F and T, the third slot, has to do with making decisions. So once the information is gathered, how is the decision made? Well, Fs are feeling-based. They make decisions mostly on feelings, on how they interpret things, like feeling and emotional, and like whether things feel right or wrong and not like very sit well with them or things like that. Ts are thinker. And that means they make decisions most on like, okay, so this is effective, this is efficient, productivity, how can this go? Okay, this is probably the best way, more like that. P and J is the hardest. That is definitely the hardest one to understand. From what I get, and this is really weird, and even I don't fully get it, P and J is about organizing the information and like organizing and processing it at the end, like how they do and how they handle that. P's are more all over the place, like spontaneous, let's go, let's act on it, okay, let's go with it. So they're more quick wit, able to do it real fast. J is much of a planner. So like I need to set it aside. A P will be like, hey, you know what? I want to hang out with everyone. Hey, everyone go out for pizza? Okay, pizza? Okay, we're going here? Yeah, let's go. And then kind of go there without even knowing fully the time everyone's going to get there. A J will go, I want to go out with everyone today. Let's see, Thursday I know I have open. Okay, Friday might be good. No, Thursday because, okay, so how many people? That's at 5. He's out of town. So maybe I can get with him next week. You get the idea. Like a J will like start to plan it. So that's kind of the letters. Now, what makes it even more complicated is that these letters work together. So IN or FJ, it's like I'm trying to remember. It's these two middle ones. The SN, FT work together, and then the other two work together or something. They pair up to show to work like to describe how the information is being processed even more. So like an E. No, it's the first and the second. That's right, because it's first and third. See, it's been so long since I've done this. Like IN is introverted feeling, EF is extroverted feeling, and that means like introverted feeling is having feelings like inside and focusing on oneself inside the feelings. Extroverted feeling is feeling everyone else's feelings and stuff like that. Introverted thinking and stuff like that. All of the patterns match up to mean something, and there's a lot in there. If you want someone who goes into it and describes how it works a lot, look up Matt Frank on YouTube. He does a lot with Myers-Briggs stuff and 16 personalities. He's pretty good to understand how it works. He's pretty good at it. So he explains all the like pairing types and all that stuff. I'm not going to go into that, but that's basically the basic gist of it. And all the letters put together make the type that what person is. So introverted or extroverted, sensing or intuitive, feeling or thinking, and perceiving or judging. There's a 5th letter that they tried to do to match with, and this is where 16 personalities, the site did, which is kind of like, I think like messes with the test a little bit, where they tried to do the like big 5 personalities and tried to fit it into this, because that's another test that is like really like well established. But I'm just going to go with each test individually, so I'm not going to go with that version. Okay, so here is the Myers-Briggs test. Last time, just to let you know, I won't tell you what I got last time. What I think I am that I've taken like a lot. So I've done this test at least twice before, and I got the same one each time. This test does have difficulty with reliability. A lot of people take it later in their life and get different answers. So take a grain of salt with that. I've gotten the same one every time, but I'm also very polarized in a lot of ways from what I've seen. So we'll see if that's changed. Let Luger, thank you for explanation. I love this stuff. Hey, yeah, just keep in mind, and I did read about this recently, which made me go, a little more with these tests. These are fun, and they're really like engaging and really like fun to do and create a lot of topics and help one understand themselves. But please keep in mind, this is pop psychology. In order to truly understand oneself, one needs to explore the world and relationships, and it takes time. And as we know biblically, the Lord works in each person to help their best selves through the Holy Spirit's work inside become who they truly can be. And whenever it comes to who you are, each person is beautifully and wonderfully made. So never let a typing like segregate a person in. But it can be really fun to go through, and I genuinely, guilty pleasure, love going into this stuff. Even though I know it's like, okay, it's not, So in going into this test, I'm going to try to be as honest as possible. I usually always try to be anyway. It's one of my biggest things I try to do is honesty, because there's no point in lying ever. It's wrong and not okay. We can go into biblical discussion about that if we need to, but no, I don't like lying at all. So I'm going to try to be as honest as possible. So I'm going to have to think about the question sometimes, but I'm going to answer as honestly as I can, and we'll see where I end up. So we'll just go in and see what happens. Okay. Mark your answers based on how well each describes you. So we have inaccurate on a spectrum to neutral all the way to accurate. Okay. So this is like super accurate, pretty accurate, yeah. Either way, not super accurate, or no, that's not me. So we'll see each statement. Okay. Question number 1. Statement number 1. I try not to draw attention to myself. Yeah, that's accurate. I wouldn't say it's super accurate, but I don't like attention. In my mind, oh God, we're going to make this. What time is it? Because I have to be gone at some point. Oof, okay, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. In my mind, I also got like 2 hours. I should be fine. In my mind, I am like really actually egotistical in a lot of ways. I know I am, so I try to catch that. And I try to be humble in all I can. But whenever it comes to actually out there with other people, I do not like attention drawn to myself. I'll state something or go something into a conversation to make a statement or like put my point, but especially if there's like something to talk about that's more deeper conversation. But I don't like whenever it's like, tell us about yourself. Oh, I don't like that. So definitely, I would actually say accurate. Yeah, yeah, because I don't like doing it. I like making a statement whenever I got something I'm passionate about, but it's about that thing that I'm passionate about and my work and the work in it. Like if someone talks about like campaigns or something in D&D, I'll go off and like talk a lot about it and why I think dice are stupid and but it's not about me. The second it starts being about me, I'm like, no. We're talking about the topic. So yeah. Okay. I feel uncomfortable when I disagree with someone. Yes, 100,000%. Even whenever it's biblical and I know I need to, I hate it. I hate conflict. I hate conflict. Okay. I lose my belongings. I know where pretty much everything is. I've lost stuff before. But even there was a time I went to, okay, so about 2 months ago, I went to a school to help do like packing for like student buses and stuff for our job because we kind of help with that. I remember I lost my wallet and I knew exactly where the spaces could be that it was. And the final space it was under the bleachers and it got dropped. So I lost it, but I knew where the losing positions were. I wasn't like, I have no idea where it could be. Oh my gosh. So I would say no, I don't really lose stuff. Like, I do, but if I don't know where it is, I know the sections where it could be. Does that make sense? Like, I'm like, okay, I know where this could be. It's lost, but it's not like truly lost. If it's truly lost, it's probably gone. Because I'm like, I think it's gone. So, I have a vivid imagination. Where's the box over here? Where's this one? Where's this one over here? See, even in like, okay, so I was just like talking about my imagination, like calling to attention. I have a very good imagination. And then I started to feel uncomfortable being like, I'm drawing attention to it. Let's move on. See? Stuff like that. I would enjoy attending a large party in my honor. No. Okay, so, oh my God. So when I was in college, don't do this. Don't be dumb like me. When I was in college, my friends, God, I'm so dumb in college. Lord, I'm so sorry I ruined those years. In college, I was working out. Okay, it was my birthday. It was my birthday. And they were going to throw a party for me. And I was down below the building in the gym, not below the building, like the bottom floor, working out because I needed to do it that day. And losing track of time, but if I'm being honest, deliberately a little bit losing track of time because I didn't want to go to the party that was held for me. I was late to my own party because I was like about going because I never had like a big party thrown for me. So yeah, not since I was like really young. So yeah. I dislike being in competition with others. Dislike being in competition. Yeah, I do. I'm not a competitive person for the most part, but deep down, like I said, my ego's bigger than I like it to be. I am competitive when it's stuff that I think I'm good at because I don't think I'm good at a lot of stuff. I have a good self-esteem. I need to be more confident. I know that. But like Smash, for example, I play Smash with my friends a lot. When I'm losing and things aren't going well, I'll get a little bitter, and I know I do too, and I see it. And so I get more competitive, and I don't like it, but it's because I need to prove myself but I'm good at this. No. Like, so that thing. I do get competitive, but I hate when it happens. I prefer to follow a schedule. Yes. Yes, I hate doing stuff spontaneously, and I need to, and I'm trying. I question the wisdom of my elders. No. Elders have a lot of wisdom and experience. That doesn't mean they can't be corrupt, because we are all human. But they have a lot to teach us. I usually listen to authority and elders. Unless I know they're coming from a place that's very anti-biblical or something like that. In that case, whatever, I don't care. So yeah, I enjoy being the center of attention. No. No, but not as hard as I like to draw attention to myself. I don't try to. I don't try to draw attention, but I don't mind being the center if it's on something that I care about. But I do try to like back away from it after a little while. I wouldn't say I'm like super against, but I try to avoid conflict. Yes, please. I hate conflict. I know it's important sometimes, but man, do I hate conflict. So yeah, I make sure my work is finished on time. Yep. I will come home and work until 5, and whenever I'm supposed to be off at 3:30 or 4ish, I've worked till 6 in order to make sure it's done. Because I do not like it hanging over my head until the next day. I hate that. I hate that. So I get it done. Get it out of the way. It's important to me to follow traditions. Does that mean biblical truths or traditions? Because traditions can be bullcrap if they're founded on human stuff that isn't right. I'm going to say neutral because they can be good and can develop a sense of belonging and family and structure, but they can also be really stifling and not helpful. Like the Pharisees and Sadducees and their dumb traditions that Jesus said, these are dumb, get that out of here. I make an effort to be popular. No. I do not try. I am not trying to. I honestly kind of like just being the meek one on the side. Although I do like this. I inwardly wish for the spotlight sometimes. And then sometimes I get, I'm like, nope. I sympathize with the homeless. You're really gonna like throw that on me, huh? So, yes and no. Oof, I'm gonna seem like a bad person. That's fine. I do, because there are definitely people who have ended up in a situation that is very unfortunate, but the Lord's working through it even then. But it is terrible, and it's not their fault, and at least for the majority of ways, and absolutely it's a terrible situation. There are also individuals who suffer from extreme mental illness to a huge degree, and that puts them out, and that's really bad too. There are also those who take advantage of the system, and there are those who do it. That's not for me to judge, so I shouldn't, but I know it's true too. So it's kind of I'm going to do this in the middle to be as honest as possible because I could go both ways on that. I have trouble controlling my impulses. I mean, every human being does. We all act on our own selfish impulses. Trouble controlling my impulses. I mean, yeah. I mean, as much as anyone else does. I mean, that's a weird question, though. Everyone has trouble controlling impulses. We all have flesh that pushes us towards sin or short-sightedness. So I don't understand, I guess, more so than others. I don't know anyone else's experience, though, so I don't know how much more I have or less. I'm going to say inaccurate just because I am fairly disciplined. I've worked on it pretty well. I do still act on it, and I'm not perfect by any means. But then again, I can be very emotional. I'm put on neutral. I'm put on neutral on that one. I think about why people do the things they do. Yes, always. I do, even if I'm against what they're doing, and I know I'm vehemently against because it's unbiblical, I still am like, but why? Let's think of the reason. Where's their heart coming from? Being around lots of people energizes me. No, it drains me. It drains me so much. And I like it, and it's good for me, but it also drains. I am helpful to people around me. Not as much as I should be. I'll put accurate, but not super accurate. Not as much as I should be. I should be doing better on it, but yeah, I try to be. Because it's the right thing to do. Be a good Samaritan to others. I am ambitious. No, I would say not. I have some ambitions for personal things I really care about, and I'll work hard on that. And I'll work hard on anything I'm working on because our work should be done to the Lord and His glory, regardless of what one works under. But I'm not very ambitious. That's why I have trouble like laying dead in jobs and stuff. I like to do things as they were done in the past. I mean, I like patterns, but I like new things and like kind of like innovating. I like innovation. I think that's good. I'm gonna say no because I like innovation, but patterns are good. I avoid being alone. Incorrect. Wrong. I have to be pushed out to be around people. I need to get better at that. I forgive easily. Ooh, ooh, ooh. God, honesty hurts. Woo. Can I put should? Can I put should? I should forgive easily? Because the answer is yes, very accurate. Because that's biblical. Do you, though? No. I forgive easy when it's not something personal, but man, I'm bad about like bringing stuff back up, and I know I am, and I've seen it, especially with the campaign and our unity, my friends and I, and we broke apart. It was all of our faults in multiple ways. I still hold things that is not good, and that's on me. I'm gonna say accurate, but because I do forgive and I make a conscious effort and I do forgive, but there is that on there. Maybe I should put neutral. No, I'll go on ahead and put accurate, but we'll see. I like trying out new hobbies. You know, I'm very bad. I stick to what I like, and that's not good because I need to get out and explore more. So that's a big thing. I like to stay active. I mean, I work out and I enjoy the workouts. It's not anything huge, but I guess I do like to stay active because even whenever I'm doing stuff like sitting here playing games or stuff, I'm still active. Like I'm still doing things. I'm still like moving around and stuff. I like passion and I like involvement and engagement. So I think that kind of lends to it. It is best to be totally objective when making a decision. Yep. I know that emotions are important, but right is right, wrong is wrong, and that is biblical truth. Now, there is more gray, though, in true ways that things work than I would like, but it is always better to make the objective right choice because truth is truth, and it is exclusive. It does not care how feelings are. Thank goodness that the Lord does care how our feelings are, but truth is still truth, too. I keep my belongings in their proper place. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I usually keep things right where they are. I don't like moving around or have like messy space. I just kind of go. Even the mess space is like, this is a mess space. I just throw things there. And even then, I sometimes micro-organize within the mess space. I have a rich fantasy life. Where's the super? Where's this one? Where's the one way out here where I almost live in my head, don't live in reality, which is not good, and I need to get better at. Where's that one? Yes, way up here. Way out here. I have little to say. God, I'm freaking opinionated. Thanks, Dad. He's very opinionated too, and my God, I have something to say at everything. And I try to make sure I don't. Because listening is more important than speaking. And that's biblical. That's James. I enjoy being there for people when they're feeling sad. Yes, it's very important to do so. Being there, helping them through, being a listening ear. Like we said, listening. Being there to empathize and show the Lord's love is how love is shown in the world. The truth of his blood needs to be shown as well. That's why objectivity is important, but that love shown through subjective feelings is also important too. I'd rather go with the flow than have a set schedule. Incorrect. I'd rather have a schedule. I don't like going with the flow. I have this exact stream and when I need to leave planned out. Yeah. I enjoy philosophical discussions. Yeah, I think that some of them are dumb because God, I'm so mean. I know what's right by his word, so talking about other options can be dangerous because his word is truth and it's vain to speak to anything outside. But that being said, there can be philosophical understandings and discussion within the knowledge of truth, and even outside of it to repoint to his truth. And I do like doing it. So I let other people know what I think. Sometimes. Mostly not, but if it's something that I believe is wrong or something I believe is like a big thing to speak up on, then I'll voice up. But I may be opinionated, but I don't put it out around a lot of people unless I really feel convicted. Or honestly really feel convicted. Even around people who I'm comfortable with, I still won't all the time. I avoid arguing even when I disagree. Yup. Well, yeah. Because even whenever it's something biblical or something I know to be truth or something I know is wrong or something important, I try not to argue. I try to put forth and be gentle. And sometimes that makes me a little upset too at myself because I'm not fully voicing, but I'm still trying to. And I hate the argument part. don't like it, even though it can be important sometimes. It's important to argue in a respectful manner and kind of like come together in the understanding too. I'm very attentive to deadlines. Yep, I'm extremely attentive to deadlines. I don't like going near it because if something happens, I have to scramble, and I hate that. And once again, that's non-structured. Ugh, I hate it. I would like to play a musical instrument. Nah, I'm good. I mean, if I did, it's okay. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I don't really care that much. I'd rather be able to sing, even though I don't super care even that much. The talent I wish I had was drawing. 100,000%. And my God, I don't have it. It sucks. That's my fault for not practicing too. But yeah, not musical. I have a lot of fun. For me, I have fun. I like it. I like what I do. I'm happy and content, but I don't know what they're asking about that. So maybe like neutral. I have a decent amount of fun, but I wouldn't say like a lot. I'd say like, it's there. I resist temptations. Lord help. No one does fully. Neither do I at all. What kinds of temptations? Because it depends. If it's a big risk and I know it's wrong, then I'll be able to say no. But if it's like something smaller, not exactly, I'm gonna say a little inaccurate because even my emotional outbursts and like my temptation to speak out and be like abrasive sometimes with that emotional passion tends to get the better of me. Not to mention one of my biggest issues, lust. So yeah, I'm gonna put inaccurate on it. It's easy for me to talk to strangers. No, incorrect, wrong, 100%. I hate talking to strangers. I hate small talk. I hate getting to know each other, but it's super important. I know I need to. I'm concerned for the welfare of the elderly. Yeah, I wouldn't say like ridiculously concerned, but yeah, I mean they've been individuals who've been in this life for so long, and the Bible talks about taking care of the elderly, the widowed, and the orphan. Absolutely, they need to be taken care of. They have rich lives to share. I'm determined to achieve success in life. What does success mean? Is it worldly success? Because if so, I don't care. I'm gonna put neutral. I mean, I'd like to, and I'd like to achieve success for things I'm interested in, but I don't need a big super life. I would like more than I get paid now, but yeah, I don't need anything ridiculous. I believe in the importance of art. Yeah, I don't think it's ridiculously important, even though I love art. I love art. But I think that there are more important things like truth and understanding fellowship, human interaction, and things like that, which art can help facilitate. So great. So yeah, I mean, yes, I'm just not putting it to the far side. I like to spend my free time alone. Yep, 100,000% all the time. Not besides you guys, of course. But no, seriously, like I spend my time alone a very lot. I need to get out more, and I did yesterday, so I'm doing it. I believe people should be punished for their mistakes. Yep, 100,000%, and that is biblical. If there is a choice, anyone can make whatever choice they want, free will. Everyone can make whatever choice, and no one can change the choice in their personal bubble, like I tell my clients. But there are consequences and results for actions too, and one must own the action and can do whatever they want for it, but there comes a consequence that follows as well. But the Lord also gives mercy to where he deems, and that is his right. I enjoy having a daily routine. Yup, 100,000%. I go by the daily routine real freaking hard. Like, I know what the next 3 days are going to look like that much. Like, I know what the next week probably. I spend time seeking out new experiences. Nope, and I should. I need to, but I don't. I'm starting to, but it's still not enough for me to check that box, unfortunately. I'm on the go. I mean, I'm on the go in some, but I really stay at home a lot, and I come and go, and this is my base and my nest, and I kind of stay here. I don't really like go traveling and stuff like that. I wish other people would be more logical. I mean, meh. I do wish people would make decisions based on more objective, like, thinking, because I think emotions get too in there. But emotions are important too, so I don't think it's bad. I think society may have gone a little too much to the emotional side. That's coming from an emotional person, as you're seeing. But I do think it's important, though. I like to tidy up. I mean, I don't like doing it, but I do it because I don't want to live in filth, so I'm just going to put that as neutral. I enjoy imagining the future all the time. That's all I do. What the heck is the present? The future is what matters. I'm kidding. But no, I future dream all the time. Find it difficult to express my opinions. No. I express my opinions very openly, and I don't find it difficult to do so. I'm not the best with wording, and sometimes I trip over myself and can't voice something super well like I wish to, but I'll voice it. Like, I'm very opinionated, which can be bad, so I need to watch my mouth a little bit. I like to help others with a personal problems. Yes, very much, 100%. I'm a clinical counselor. I hope that I'm doing this right. Lord, please, that's where you want me to be. I finish assignments before they're due. Yeah, I don't do it 100% before they're due. I finish it by their due. So when I was in college, especially in high school, end of high school as well, but especially college, I had this criteria, and I still use it today. And if anyone struggles with class or assignments, maybe this could be helpful. I have the criteria of maximum of the minimum. So whenever a new assignment comes in or something comes in to do, I look and see what is required for the assignment. What is that being asked of me? All right, so let's say it's a 10-page paper, double-spaced, needs to have 5 sources. All right, so it's like, okay. So what I'll do is I will write a 10-page paper, 5 sources, double-spaced. But it will only be a little bit into the 11th page. Like, we're talking a third into the 11th page. The paper will be well written as best I can and put a lot of effort into it, and each source will be really well fitted into there. But there will only be 5 sources. There will only be 10, 11-ish pages to show that I didn't just stop at 10. I went a little past to make sure that I truly did do the minimum, and that's it. Maximum effort on the minimum required. That's what I always do for all my work. I give 100%. I should do more, yes, but I'm 100% as if I'm working to the Lord, and that's biblical, but I only do what's asked. I don't go above and beyond. And that's how I've always handled my papers and stuff, and it's worked out, actually, except for the stupid testing. With that being said, as for finishing before they're due, I would always finish by the date they're due, basically, but I would do a little bit at a time. So I write for my papers, I do like 200 words a day, 400 words a day. And it sucked because I always had to work on it. But by the end, I was basically done by the time it evened out. And once again, that's me planning out. So I like to think about mysteries of the universe. I know what the Lord has. I know what truth is. But there's a lot of mysteries I don't fully understand. I guess I'm okay with it. Just so long as it's kept within the objective understanding of His love and grace. That's fine. I can't stand when someone doesn't like me. Yeah. Damn it. I wish I wasn't more like that, but no, I'm very sensitive to that, and I feel very bad when someone doesn't like me, which is not okay because, remember, each person has their own bubble and choices that they make. We cannot change how someone else feels about us. It is their choice to like or not. And sometimes there'll be people who just don't like us because maybe it's on them, maybe it's a problem they have, in which case it's not anything on us. Or, I missed one by the way, or maybe it's that they just don't really click. That's okay. So I missed this one. I have a lot of energy. A lot of the times I do, but I can be tired. Let's put it as neutral. I follow my impulses. No. I mean, I've been impulsive before, yes, but no. My impulses are usually wrong and usually in the moment, short-sighted. No, do not follow those. I enjoy trying to understand complicated ideas. Yes, I love complicated ideas. I love Kingdom Hearts. Why do I put up with Nomura's bullcrap? Yeah. I feel very happy. Yes, I'm not ridiculously happy, and I'll admit to that, but I'm very blessed. I'm content with my life, and the Lord's given me a lot. There is one area of my life I wish I had. Your will be done, Lord, not mine. But yeah, I mean, I am happy. I am happy where I am. I spend time trying to understand myself. Yes, more so than I should. I mean, it's not important. Not that it's not important to understand oneself. It is, but At the same time, it's also important to understand other people so that we can be there for them and show the fellowship of the Lord's love in that, and just love in general, and to be able to grow as one person. I get to throw out meeting new people. I mean, I kind of like it. It's kind of exciting. But I wouldn't say I get like a super thrill. No, I mean, it's just kind of nice. Like last night when I met a lot of new people, it was nice. But I was also kind of anxious about, oh my gosh, I have to keep track of all of them. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible with names. Oh, I need support from other people. Yes, incredibly. I need a lot of support. I am a very sensitive individual. Blah. But or maybe that way it's okay. But I do need a lot of support. I really thrive on positive support and positive affirmation. So I really appreciate it. I'm not bothered by disorder. No, I'm pretty bothered by disorder. I don't like whenever things are discordant or things like that. I enjoy going to museums. When I go, it's nice. It's cool to look at things. It's nice to see art and creations. I don't go that much, but it's kind of nice. I avoid noisy crowds. Yeah, I don't really like it. I'll go through it if I have to, but meh. I forgive others' mistakes, even when they harm me personally. Woo-hoo-hoo! You're hitting me right. Oh, the other one wasn't good enough, was it? You just have to go for the jugular, don't you? You just gotta go straight for the neck. Okay. Ooh. I do forgive. I don't forgive as easily as I should, so I won't put as far to the right. I do forgive even when it hurts. I forgive Cypher and Sensei for what happened in the past with our campaign. And I forgive myself for it too. But it wasn't easy to do. So I make plans and stick to them, yes. I do. I mean, I may be late to stuff because I procrastinate, but no, I stick to it. I like to do things differently, even if I'm not sure it will work. No, I like ingenuity, but I like to know it will work. So I like plan it out to the nth degree before I try it. I do like doing things differently, but I like knowing that it's probably going to be possible. I do not like to sit still for long. No, I can sit still for a while. I mean, I bounce like you see me now and move my legs and stuff, but I don't mind like sitting around for a good while. And like thinking or stuff like that. That's okay for me. I'm not like someone who has to be up and around. I like moving and stuff, but I don't mind like sitting down. I make important decisions based on my gut feelings. No. I analyze that crap to the nth degree. I put it up against the Lord's will and pray about it, and I analyze and overanalyze and go with. I rarely go with my guts, and man, does my emotions flare too. But I'm like, nope. You're thinking about, don't you dare. I start tasks in advance so I have plenty of time to finish. Yes. The work for the streams, for the new idea for this, by the way, which is still in process, was begun in idea form around a year ago. And it's still not done. It'll probably be done in like next summer. Yeah, we'll plan out. I hold back my opinions. Yes, not all the time though. I try to hold back as much as I can. Because listening is more important. I'm sensitive feelings of others. Yes, super yes, 100,000% yes. Whenever someone is sad in the room or there's conflict between two people, ooh, I feel it and I don't like it. I'm easily distracted. I easily procrastinate. Does that work? I'm going to say neutral because I procrastinate, but I know I'm doing it. So is that the same as distracted where, ooh, I'm caught unawares? Because I don't get, ooh, I'm caught unawares too much. But I do go, maybe I don't know if I looked at this for just that 2 minutes because you're supposed to be working on something. I enjoy learning about scientific theories. It can lead to ingenuity, which is really interesting. I love life. Yes, it's a beautiful gift given by the Lord. It should be cherished. I work hard to please others. Yes. And how's the streams, everyone? Does this sound okay? Is this fun? Does everyone enjoy this? See, that was only half kidding, by the way. But no, so like last night when I was playing, I was like, remember, I don't know if anyone was there. Yeah, like I was like, hey, is everyone okay? I know I'm just kind of playing and talking. Maybe I can talk more. Oh yeah. I have a zest for life. Yeah, I don't know if I have as much of a zest as other people do, but I know it's a beautiful gift and it's very important in life. I give to people who are less fortunate than I. Yeah, not as much as I should, but I do. I try to. Give to the poor, take care of the poor, the needy, and the widowed. That is biblical truth. And one must, and that's important to take care of the world and the people in them that the Lord loves. I have a dedicated plan for before start. Yes, 15 million times. I always have a dedicated plan. And this is how it's going to work. It may be ingenuitive and weird, but yes. I wonder why I am the way I am. Yeah. Yeah, more so than I should, but yeah, I'm like, why am I like this? I love to make new friends. Honestly, no. I need to, and it's important to self. And you need to expand and make connections. But no, I don't like doing it. But once they're in, it's very good to do so. It's important to me that other people like me. Yes, for 1,000%. Even though it's not my choice, and it's okay if they don't, because the Lord Almighty, Jesus Christ, was not loved by everyone. Some of that was just their problem. Of course, most of it was. But it's okay. I have trouble sticking to a routine. No, I stick to a routine like glue. I appreciate the beauty of nature. Yeah, I mean, I like fantasy stuff more. I really should appreciate the created world that God made more so. But yeah, I do think it's beautiful. I prefer quiet surroundings. Yes, 100,000%. I don't mind having music and stuff, but it's on my terms. I find it difficult to get work done. Get down to work. Ooh, I procrastinate a lot. I'm gonna put neutral because I will do it, but man, do I procrastinate. Ooh, do I procrastinate. Emotional people make me uncomfortable. No, not really. I mean, they can if like they're very intense. I'm like, ugh. But I understand emotion. Like, it's important. It's a big part. People tell me I'm too quiet. Yeah, not horribly too quiet. Like when I start talking, I go, but a lot of the times I am quiet. So there is that. I'm concerned about others. Yes, yes. I mean, I'm a clinical counselor. I didn't pick the job. Where are we? I like to finish my chores before I do something. Yes, I get everything done first. All the work gets done first before I do something fun. That's why today, specifically, I haven't done some of the things I could do, but I'm like, today's my day off. You are not doing anything today. I enjoy chatting with new acquaintances. No. I like it a little bit because it's new, but I usually like talking to people I know. It's important to me to make decisions without being swayed by emotions. Yes, 100,000%. Emotions are important and they're a central part of who we are, and they can help with empathy and understanding. But a choice should be made on what's right and wrong and what needs to be done for the other person and yourself. Just because a choice is done against someone's emotion does not mean it's not a good choice for them. The Bible says, iron sharpeneth iron, so does the countenance of a friend. Sometimes confronting a friend is hard and it's going to hurt their emotions, but it's the right thing to do. Sometimes a breakup's important. It's the right thing to do, but it's going to hurt. I carry out my plans. Yeah, I carry them out whenever they get done. Yeah, I mean, I mess up sometimes, but I usually go by it. It's important to me to understand the bigger picture. Yes, 100,000%. I need to know the context of what's going on. Let's see in relation to that. Important to me to be of service to others. Yes, 100,000%. Yes, I need to do a better job of it. I enjoy examining myself and my life. Yeah, I self-examine a lot, which is good. Introspection is biblical and very important, but shouldn't introspect too much outside of the Lord and other people because that can start to lead to egoism. Find it challenging to make new friends. Yup, 100,000%. I need to get better at it. I like poetry. It's okay. Yeah, if it's done well, it's pretty cool. I'm a private person. Yes, 15 million times yes. Way over here. Oh, yeah. I am the type of person that I saw, based on the personality that I've gotten in the past for this, I saw someone say about what it was like, and I was like, yes, exactly how it is. The personality that I probably will turn out to be on this, I was last time, is the kind of person that will fully let you into their house and super hospitality. You get to see the living room, you can go to the kitchen, get something you want in the bathroom, and you can talk and they'll always welcome you in. However, if you walk down the halls a little bit, you'll see a few doors that are steel barred shut. And if you ask about it, they'll say, oh, those are just other rooms. Let's talk back over here. And everything okay? Like we were talking about your dog. How are things going with that? I'm the kind of person who is open and super hospitality on the surface, and with everything in talking to another person, like right now, like sharing myself and all of this, because I don't consider any of this to be very private. But there are certain areas of my life that there are, how many secrets is it now? No, I would even tell that one out loud. There are three. There are three secrets I have in my life that only like 4 people know about. Those are the barred doors. And I will never open up about them to anyone until I am super close with them. One of them is a stupid, selfish choice I made and is on me. I just don't like bringing it up, but if it helps for the Lord's will and to witness, fine with it. 2 is just a fact of me that is a bit embarrassing and I don't really like, but it's true, and I just don't like throwing it out there. And one of them something very, very personal to me that I've been working on for a long, long time. And I don't let anyone touch it who does not know me. There are probably like 7 people total, 8 in my entire life. I'm 31 years old who know about it, who even know about it, period. So, yeah. Okay. I question why things are the way they are. A little bit. I mean, I contemplate how things end up the way they do while applying biblical truths for the foundations of reality and how things work. I let others know I care about their feelings. Yes, 100,000%. I'll always let that be known. And I do. I think about the needs of others. Yes, their needs are very important, and whatever they need in that moment, even if it's something that might not be, even if it's something that I don't think is important, it's important to them. So we need to talk about that. I like to be needed by other people. Yes, 100,000%. Selfish as it is, that's a huge thing. I would prefer to come up with an original solution to a problem. Yes, I like original stuff. If, oh man, during that campaign, I misplayed it. Always original solutions. It's like, oh, here's the template. You can do something like this. All right, so this is like the idea of how this works, right? Okay, so they're going to work like this because they have this special feat. And so because of that, they're going to work together, and it's because it's a new idea. And, I mean, it was a damn based on Pokemon type campaign, and I renamed all the moves from Pokemon moves to fit the personalities of the character. Oh my god. Yeah, it's got to be original. I'm full of new ideas. Yep. I may not be good, but I am full of them. Well, not new. For each pair, choose the phrase that describes you best. Okay, so this is a spectrum. You pick between 2. I like ideas that are easy to understand. I like ideas that are complex. I like complex ideas. I like complexity and things like that. Though it is important to have simplicity. As I've grown up, I've learned simplicity is super important. Thank you, oh no, Tetsuya Nomura. No, who's the creator of My Hero? Oh my gosh, I knew his name. I forgot his name, but My Hero Academia reminded me how important it is to have simplicity. I keep my thoughts to myself, for the most part. For the most part, I don't really want. I spend time pursuing my goals. I spend time enjoying my life, pursuing goals. More so, yeah. I pursue the goals that I'm working on. Yeah, I pursue what I'm working on. I put my needs first, put the needs of others above my own. I put my needs up there a little bit. I think I'm better about it, but yeah, other people I put way above myself most of the time. I question traditional values. I trust traditional values. This because biblical truths count as traditional a lot of times. I'm like, I'll put it in the middle. I keep myself organized. Yeah, I do. I enjoy activities that are familiar. Yeah. I need to get better about it, but yeah. I try to be innovative. I try to be innovative. Yeah, not ridiculously. I do stick to some bread and butter once I have the innovation, but I do like to. I prefer to follow a clean procedure. I prefer to improvise. I like improvising to a degree, but I like to follow a procedure. Yeah, I'll just go all the way. I'm always prepared. I'm often unprepared. I'm usually prepared, but not all the time. So I work first, play later. I work first. I seek attention from others. I avoid attention. I want attention from others deep down. Like, I genuinely want that. Why do you think I'm on here to a degree? But I don't fully like it when it happens. It makes me feel anxious. I guess I kind of more avoid. Even now, I'm just kind of doing this for myself in a lot of ways. I look for ways to help others. I look for ways to achieve my goals. Oh, help others. My goals come second. But don't you work to fulfill your goals? Yeah, that's during my free time. I feel the pain of other people. Oh, yeah, 100,000%. Make sure everyone's taken care of. Yep. I focus on real life. Imagination, baby! Bye-bye, reality! I value my social status. I value my privacy. Thank you very much. I like doing things step by step. I jump in and figure, no, step by step. I'm more interested in what is possible. I'm interested in what is real. What is possible, not what is real. I mean, what is real is very important. What is like exists and the foundations of reality, but I like what's possible. Well, if it's possible, it could be real. I'm going to go all the way on that. I start conversation, I let others. I don't start. I like to cooperate more than compete. Yep, 100,000%. I make decisions with my head or with my heart. Oh, that's in the middle. That's in the middle. That's in the middle. I follow a plan. I act on impulse. I usually follow a plan. There is some impulse in there, but I follow a plan most of the time. I prefer to work in active, bustly. I prefer to calm, quiet. Yeah, calm, quiet for sure. If I'm trying to get actual work done. Well, we'll do the love languages later. So get my results. Yep, INFJ, it stayed. All right, so, yep, there it is for the third freaking time. Yep, INFJ, there it is. So my sensing's bigger now. Hey, look at that. That went up. I actually understand. I can actually see the world. I'm not blind anymore. I can see clearly now. Oh my God, that actually went up. Wow, my P is really low. Gosh dang it. I wanted my P to be higher. Yeah, INFJ. All right, so yep, here it is. INFJ. So I'm mostly introverted, intuitive. Yeah, I'm very intuitive. I'm surprised it's even that high. I'm very feeling. Gosh dang it. And judging. Yeah, because I like stick by the thing. INFJ, you have a deep considered set of your personal values. Yep. You are intensely idealistic. Yup. And clearly imagine a happier, more perfect future. You become discouraged by harsh realities of the present. I hate realism so much. Gritty realism is my least favorite thing of all time. My God, I hate stories that use it. But are typically motivated and persistent in taking possible action nonetheless. Positive action. Feel intrinsic drive, do what you can to make the world a better place. Follow the Lord's love and spread it. You want a meaningful life, deep conversation with other people. You do not tend to share yourself freely, but appreciate emotional intimacy with a select committed few. Yep. Although your rich inner life can sometimes make you seem serious, private, you profoundly value authentic connections. Yep. I only care about authenticity. I don't care about more surface level connections. I'll do it because I know it's there. I know it's an important part. But yeah, so that's my personality type, INFJ. There it is again. Like I said, I remember earlier I said that this test isn't very reliable. Most of the time it's not. I'm pretty polarized, so this is what I expected to get. I did not aim for it. I promise I did not aim for it. I mean, if I'm really an INFJ, I definitely didn't, because that would be, if I aimed for it, that would be insincere, which an INFJ hates insincerity and ingenuineness, so I did not aim for it. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So, hold on. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So, I'm going to bring up this site. This is, the 16 personality site. This test does a little weird stuff with the A and the T after it, so I didn't take the test here. I've done it here before, but yeah, so this is what the INFJ is. They're advocates. INFJs may be the rarest personality. Shut up. But they certainly blah, blah, blah. Idealistic and principled, they are content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference, blah, blah, blah. Well, they have lofty goals and ambitions. Advocates shouldn't mistake idle dreamers. Personality, ingenuity, rarely satisfied unless they do it right. Conscientious to the core. Yep, extroverted feeling is one of our biggest functions, which means an introvert, an INFJ, if pop culture, I feel the feelings of people around me very, 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 very vividly. And I don't like it all the time, but I try to help where I can because I see it. We seek purpose, we connect with others and themselves, although we're very, very private, and we have a personal mission. Strengths and weaknesses, baby. We're creative. We're trying to innovate and creative side, kind of out of the box. I love doing that. I'm insightful. I mean, I'm a counselor. My gosh, I hope I am to some degree. Very principled. Yep. I stand on what is right and wrong based on what I know, and I stand on it very, very heavily. The way you piss an INFJ off easily, the way we will fight immediately, is step on a principle that we hold to be right and spit on it. Not only spin on it, start to push against and do something against it to someone else, especially someone else, not us. We'll just be like, this isn't right. Do it to someone else. Wherein you might actually get slugged, and we don't hit people. Passionate, yeah, well, you just heard it, so what do I need? Altruistic, no, we're not. No individual is altruistic on their own, not without the Lord's love. We try to be. We want to be this. This is the goal. This is the goal. We don't do it. Weaknesses, sensitive to criticism. I hate criticism. Constructive criticism is super important. Please do not hold back to do it. It's very important. Do not feel like you have to hold back here. Super important. In order to grow, iron sharpens iron. Very important. My God, I hate it. But that doesn't matter, because what matters is what matters. Reluctant to open up. Ah, yes, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Yep, we do not open up easily at all. At all. It's like, then why are you streaming and doing all this? This took a while. I'm 31 years old. This took a while. Plus, I believed in what I'm doing is right and honest, so I know the Lord's going to protect me. I'm doing this for the benefit of myself, but most importantly, the Lord Almighty, and for others to maybe be open and help them understand themselves, maybe if they watch this video or something like that. Professionistic. This one is bigger than I originally thought, and man, are we. That idea I've had for a year for the streams to do a new idea, the only reason it's not truly done yet is I had to get a new computer, and more importantly, I have like a 28-page paper on the commission I'm doing, so that the individual I'm going to commission knows what I'm going to be doing. I have 28 pages of that. I didn't need to write that. I'm doing it because it has to be perfect, though. Avoiding the ordinary. I hate ordinary. My least favorite aesthetic, besides true dark, grit dark, kind of like real crap like that, my least favorite aesthetic is medieval fantasy or low magic medieval fantasy. I hate it. It's so boring to me. The knights in the armor walking and the princess, and then you have like the hint of magic, but it's not really there. You got politics and an army coming against our boring. Where's the freaking psychological warfare and the pocket space of interdimensional void that's created from the yearnings of individuals caught between life and death? And when their personalities expand into beings that attack. You get the idea. I love Persona. Prone to burnout. Well, ouch. Okay. Didn't know that fully. Great. Awesome. Well, I guess I better take care of myself. So yeah, that's kind of the INFJ. I could go into a huge talk about it, but once again, go to Frank James on YouTube. He is an INFJ, I'm pretty sure, and he goes over it a lot. Okay, so what time is it? Ooh, later than I thought. We're still okay. We're still okay. We're still okay. All right. Next up, we have the Enneagram. This is a much more, I think, accepted personality test than 16 personalities. I've taken it once. I don't remember what I got. It's basically, from what I understand, there are 9. Here it is, 9 types. Yeah, here we go. So you've got the 9 types. Each of these dots is a type, and they're numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And different ones are different personality archetypes, kind of like the INFJ, blah, 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 all the letters put together. And usually what happens is you get a primary number, like 3, and then you'll have a wing, which means your secondary of 2 or 4. And those are like your main, like those 2. And you have one across, like see how these lines, you'll have one across, because it's not like direct, but across, that is your anti-type. That is, this is not me. This is like my anti-type. So that's basically how it works. I don't know as much about it as Myers-Briggs, 16 personalities, because that's what I usually am. So once again, accurate and inaccurate, let's go. I strive for perfection, always, 100,000%, always perfect. I work hard to be helpful, yep, 100,000%. It's important to me that other people like me, yep. This will go faster because I've already done the spiel about a lot of these. A lot of the questions are the same. It's important for me to achieve great things. Yes, it is. It doesn't matter if I don't, that's okay, it's the Lord's will, but it's important to do my best to it. Well, I'll put it as this, because if it doesn't happen, that's okay. Make more significant contributions than the average person. What the crap? No. No. No, I don't make significant contributions. I do what everyone else does. I feel my emotions very deeply, extremely deeply. I have a sense that other people will never truly understand me. Freaking crap. I'm such a freaking little... I'm so egotistical. Yes. I hate honesty. I'll put this as neutral. I think that was an emotional response, but isn't accurate. I want to be humble, but honestly, let's put neutral. Yes, I don't think anyone's going to fully ever understand me, which sucks. I think deeply, yes. I'm prepared for any disaster. I mean, I'm prepared to die or anything terrible to happen because I know the Lord will be with me, but I'm going to put no because I don't want it to, and I'm not probably very good at it. Important for me to avoid pain and suffering at all times. No, I mean, I don't like it. I'll put neutral because I know it's important to go through pain. I'm going to put inaccurate because it says it is important to avoid. No, it's not. It's important to avoid to a decent extent, of course. You don't want to dive into it, but pain and suffering can be important for learning and growth. The story of Job is all about that. I see how experiences that I know will make me feel happy or excited. Yes, I always go for what I know is going to do it. I see a positive in every situation. I try to, but I don't do it as much as I should. I'm not afraid to tell someone when I think they are wrong. No, I'm afraid, but I will do it if I think it's right. I let other people make the decisions. Yeah, I don't normally do it. I appreciate having rules that people expect to follow. Yeah, 100,000%. I'm concerned about security more than anything else. No, I mean, I know. No, sorry. I'll do this one again. Hold on. No, I think that there are other important things in life too, like witnessing for God's word and stuff. Security just means like if I'm able to reach out to someone but it costs me something, that's okay. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. Yes. I don't fit in with ordinary people. Yeah. I can do it, but not as much as I should. And ordinary, by the way, there's no such thing as ordinary. Everyone is beautifully, wonderfully made. But societal norms, I think. I don't fit in as much as I probably could. There's rarely a good reason for challenging how things are done. No, there can be reasons. There can definitely be reasons if it's done something stupid. I always finish my chores. Yeah, I get them done. I always try being a better person. Yeah. I check carefully for mistakes. Or yeah, I double triple. I like to be around people who I can help. Yes. I like to feel I am an important person in my social groups. Yeah, to an extent. I want to know that I'm helping and doing something. Yeah. It's important for me to be successful. What does that mean? I'm going to put no because success by the world standards, once again, is money and like hierarchy of job, which I do want to do. I'm looking into doing it right now. But that's only because right now I can't accomplish the goals I want to with what I have. I need to be more well established. I don't need to make $15 million, though I would love to, so I could do. But the reason I want to make $15 million is because I want to do things with it. I know exactly what I want to do. I give a lot of money away to the people I know I give it to. I would do like a charity thing for my little brother and everything. I would pay off my mom's house and all that. I would pay off my debt, get that thing dead. I would probably not move. I buy a house because that's good equity. But at that point, I wouldn't like get a new car and like a yacht or something. I'd just be like, okay, we're settled, we're good. Now the rest of this money that hasn't gone to charity and everything to given to the Lord as it should is now going to go to the projects. Let's get going on this stuff. So I want to be successful to get things done. Use money as a tool for it. And I set some aside just to make it so I don't have to work ever again on normal jobs because I don't want to. Because bleh. And that way I can just work on the project stuff. Yeah. Important to be successful. I would say no. Organizations I belong to would not function well without me. You want the honest answer? Woo-hoo! No, they can make it work. They don't need me. No, I do a big help at my job, and I'm apparently one of the best ones there. Why? Just do your job, guys. Everyone does their job. I don't understand how that works. But they could function without me. They're going to have to when I leave. I often feel overtaken by my mission all the time. It shouldn't be, but, you know. I'm very passionate. I've always felt different from other people. Yes. I like to analyze everything from it. Yep. I always have a plan for what I'm doing, for what I would do if things go wrong. Yes. Yes. Even if things go wrong, I'm like, okay, what could we back up? I'll put it as this because it's not as big. I usually go with a big plan thinking it's going to work, but I have some backup stuff. I avoid situations that bring up negative feelings. Do I? Do I avoid? No, I wouldn't say so. One of the positive things about my emotional passionness or whatever that is there is that I'll even dive into the negative feelings if I have to. And it's like, I don't mind. It sucks, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll bring up the negative feelings. That's why we talked about the break and everything with my friends over and over, and I'm okay doing it. So I'm like, it's all right. The Lord's working through it. I seek excitement. I mean, kinda, but my version of it, which I don't think is what you're looking at. I'm not going to go skydiving. I'm good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. I complain. I complain a lot more than I should. But I can see the bright side. I try to when other people do. I do not hesitate to call people out when they're behaving badly. I will hesitate. I will do it, but I will hesitate. I go along with what other people want. Yeah, not to the ridiculous extent, but actually, yeah. Because it's not like right or wrong. It's, where do you want to go eat? I'll go wherever they want to, even if it's sushi or something. People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel like doing. Yep. I don't care what your feelings are. Rules are established for a reason. And even if they're stupid rules, Romans 7:9, I believe it is, or Romans 9, follow the government placed upon you, for the Lord is the one who placed them in charge. Even if it's stupid, if you don't agree, follow it. True meekness, which is a biblical virtue, is understanding what one feels, but acting on what is right. I think our relationships offer somebody some type of protection. Ooh. Yeah, I'd say yeah. I actually kind of like that deep down. I like being protected. I clearly visualize what would happen in the future. Yeah, I planned it out 50 million times. Average people often find me a bit weird. Average is a bad word. I mean, I'm not PC Nation, but that's kind of mean. Every other people, I think they do find me a little weird. I think I can be. I blend in decently, but I think I'm a little weird. I think I'm perceived as that. And that's okay. It's just, I know it's there. I like to do things I've always done, as I've always done them. Yeah, I like to stick by what works. I like innovating, but I do like innovating, so we'll put it down a little bit. But I do like to go with tried and true of like the theme of what works. I persist until a task is done. Yeah, I'll get it done. I spend time trying to discover and correct my faults and weaknesses. Yes. I want to know what my weaknesses are. I hold myself to very high standard. Yeah. I'm a natural caretaker. I don't know if natural. I do like taking care of others, I suppose. But I don't know. I'm very bad at like real life caretaking. Like, getting shots and all that. I want people to admire me. Deep down, yeah, I hate it, but yeah. It's not to the hugest degree, but yeah, I do want people to admire me, which is selfish. This is fire the Lord in me, not me. I want to achieve a lot in my life. Yeah, I do want to achieve a lot, actually. It's okay if it doesn't happen, but I do. If I'm honest, I feel that I'm a bit better than other people. I'm not the best person. This is why we are sinful. This is why we need the Lord's love. I feel like I'm better than people sometimes. And I do. And that's not right because I've got my own shit that stink. And I know it. And it's okay because the Lord will work humility in me. Yep, I had that. When I went out last night, I even felt like, oh, these people have these problems, but I know what's right. So I was like, don't you freaking dare. You've done terrible things in your life and you know it. Don't you dare say that you're better than them. You know what the Lord's done for you. That's why it's important. So that's on me. I feel a sense of deep grief for what I have lost. Yeah. It's not warranted sometimes, but I do feel the grief when it's there. I am an unusual sort of person. I think a little bit. I think I feel a lot more and passionate in certain ways and weirdly thinking than other people. Ugh, I feel like I'm some like freaking snowflake. But I'm trying to answer honestly. I'm going by the feelings and the thoughts that I have. So, yeah, I think I'm unusual. Thanks a lot, Tess. I take time to understand things more deeply than most people. Stop making this conceited! Yes. God, I'm such a conceited. Lord, I'm sorry. But I'm answering honestly. Yes. I try to go really, really deep. Like, I'll even... Like, one of my favorite lines in a song comes from Avril Lavigne. I know, it's like, what? It's like, well, I love in Skater Boy. Yes, Skater Boy. But I love the line, too bad that you couldn't see the man that boy could be. This line, there is more than meets the eye. I see the soul that is inside. That's one of my favorite lines of any song. And normal people would never go to that, but I do because I'm like, that talks about the inner heart. And what really matters is the intrinsic value and the spirit of a person that the Lord works through. That is an inner beauty that comes from the inside out and all that. So that's, sorry, I forgot that this was still on when it comes to sound. So that's that. But yeah, so thanks a lot, Tess. Now I look like a jerk. Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Honesty is important. It's important for me to be prepared for any emergency. Decently, yeah, I need to be prepared in case something happens. I distract myself from any sad feelings that arise. No, I do not distract myself. I go into them. Sometimes I dive into them too much. And that's the problem too. One can wallow in one's own feelings. I have to make changes in my life when things get boring. No, I stick with it, sometimes even to my detriment. I tend to be more optimistic than most people. I usually do, but I complain a lot now, and that's not good. I tell people what I think, even if it's hard to hear. No, I'll do. No, I'll do it when it has to be done, but I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather follow the group than push for what I want. Yup. I felt most comfortable in organizations with a clear hierarchy. Yes, I am. I still say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am to my supervisor and everyone. They're like, you can call us by our first name. I'm like, no, you are the boss, and you are co-workers. We are in a professional relationship. I take measures to protect myself and my loved ones from harm. Yeah, I mean, I take measures. I don't know if I'm super big about it, but yeah. Take plans for my years into the future. Yep. I'm usually a unique person. I'm a usually unique person. See, this is so egotistical. Everyone's unique. But yeah, I think I'm... I'm going to be like some stupid snowflake, aren't I? Gosh dang it. I dislike trying new methods or procedures. Yeah, I don't like it. I like innovating, but I don't like new procedures of like what to follow for a job. Focus on responsibilities and duties. Yes, I do. I read books to help me be more productive or better at what I do. No. Well, it depends on what it is. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do that. Yup. I take the initiative to help other people and make their lives easier. I'm not as much as I should, but yeah, I do it. Put in the effort to make a good impression on other people. Yes, I do try to make a good impression. First impression is big. Set ambitious goals for myself. Yeah, I do. I am an important member of my social groups. No, they could get on without me. I can describe my emotions in a lot of depth and detail. Yes, I can. I often feel like an outsider. Yes. Special snowflake again. I need to put like a little snowflake icon by all the ones that are like, I feel like a unique butterfly that just isn't understood by the world. No dip. The Bible said everyone who follows his word won't be. That's the point. Congratulations. You're like every other believer. Move on. I find my mind to be a very interesting place. Yeah, I like staying in there way too much. I'm always aware of what can go wrong. Yes, I'm always aware of what can go wrong. And you will see that coming forward in the new idea. I have many ways of avoiding situations that get me down. Yeah, I have ways of avoiding it. I'm always down for a new adventure. No. I like doing what I'm not super. No, I gotta be honest. It's different though. Nah, what if I say to my template, I believe that things usually work out for the best. I know they do for the Lord's love and His grace. I stand for what I believe in. Yes. Even if it upsets other people. Yes. Every other time you notice I put, no, I don't like voicing no. I stand up for what I believe in, even if it upsets. Yes. Even if it hurts and it's gonna suck and I hate doing it. But if it's right, I will stand on it. And I know I'm standing on the righteous. I know I'm standing on the Lord's love and He will hold me together. I need to be gentle in doing so and kind and understanding, but I will stand up for what I believe to be right, even if it hurts. Other people take the lead. Yes, I'm okay with that. I dislike people who disrupt things by breaking the rules. Yes, I don't like people who break the rules for no reason. There are times where it's biblically possible, important, but I don't normally like it happening. Make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure. Yes, I like being with people who can help me too, because once again, I'm pretty support-seeking. I'm also looking ahead. Yes, I have different interests than most people. I wouldn't say different. I'd say it's there. It's a little different, but I wouldn't say like a lot of people don't have it. There's no way of doing things is the best way. It can be once again, but not always. I'm responsible and reliable. I can be unreliable sometimes whenever I mess up and I don't plan correctly. I have a lot of plans for how I can improve myself, yes. I make sure even the smallest details are yes. I enjoy caring for others and their needs. Yeah, I do. I want a person to others can look up to. Yeah. Selfish. Special like I push myself to succeed. Yeah, I do push myself. I make important contributions to my community. It's there. My job does it, but I don't know if I do it 100%. I really have strong emotions. I always have strong. I feel I never truly belong in social groups. Yeah, there's a lot of times where I feel like I don't. I sometimes can do it, but there's a lot of times I kind of feel like an outsider. I want to learn as much as I can about how the world works. Meh. 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 Yeah, it's important too, and I have some interest, but you know. It's important for me to understand what can go wrong in a situation. Yeah, I need to know how things can go hairy, so be ready. Take steps to ensure I don't feel sad or lonely. Yeah, I try to take steps to ensure that I have like happiness planned and that the Lord's with me and remind myself of my thankfulness, the things I have. Trying new things keeps life interesting. No, I'm good. Nah, what if we just did the same stuff and we like relive the past passions? What if we did that? I'm an upbeat person. I try to be. Yeah, I usually am. If things are going crappy, and if I'm in a place that I believe is like not great because like a while ago when I was still living at home finishing my master's, I was much more bitter back then because that's also because I didn't like where I was. I was like, I need to move out. And right now I'm a little bitter sometimes because the job I'm at doesn't pay very well, and I feel like it should because we have a freaking master's degree and we're retarded. So I have some bitterness there, but usually I try to be pretty upbeat. I'm usually the one to take a stand when others won't. No, I'll do it if I have to, and once again, if it's right or wrong, but other people will probably step up first. Other people have stronger opinions than I do. Not normally. It can happen, but actually I have very strong opinions. Everyone has a role to play in society and duty to do their best. Yes, yes, yes. The Lord, that is God-given. The talents we are given is to be done for, first off, the Lord's glory, vertical relationship, second, horizontal, for other people and for a fellowship with them. I'm concerned with protecting what I have. Yeah, I very am concerned with like keeping what I have safe. I have a good sense of what my future holds. Would have been here earlier, but now I know it has the Lord's love. It's just I don't know exactly what's in it. But I do know like the idea of going for. I am an average person with ordinary likes and dislikes. No, I think my likes and dislikes are a little weird. I think that I'm a little too impassionated in some ways. It's not bad. It's just think I think that's a little different. I try new things, ways of doing things, just to see if they will work. Sometimes I innovate sometimes, but that's only in like games and stuff. I have a great deal of willpower. I'm okay with it. I've worked to discipline myself on that because the Lord's work through me as the Holy Spirit. I'm not perfect with it though. Self improvement is a major interest. It's pretty big. No, biblical. Yeah, it's biblical and it's very important. Yes. Okay, we'll do love surveys later. Get my results. All right, what have we got here? What we got? Show me. What enneagram? Because I haven't done this in years. Your enneagram is 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 9, 6, and then it gets really, really small. So 8 is the smallest. Okay, let me get up a site because this site doesn't really have explanation. Enneagram explanation. Okay. Enneagram types. Here we go. It is on the site still, but I had to go to a different spot. Okay. Enneagram types. Enneagram system, personality, 9 types. 9 types of enneagrams divided by heart, head, and body. Heart depending on emotional intelligence, understand reactions. Head depending on intellectual intelligence. Body depending on their gut, or kind of respond that way. Heart of the enneagram, heart types react with emotions first. They connect with other people on an empathetic level, make sense of the world, understand their feelings about it. These types are guided by the feelings connected to their emotional relationships. Types 2, 3, 4, and 4 are the heart or feeling. Which ones did I get? Hold on. I got 1 first, 2 very close second, 4 third. So 8 is the last one. So I'm like not gut. Okay, so 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so 1 is my biggest. Head types, body. Oh wow, my 1 is the body type. I did not expect that. One places a lot of emphasis on following the rules and doing things correctly. Type 1's fear being imperfect and can be extremely strict with themselves or others. Okay, so yeah, type 1 fix. But I'm also type 2, the giver. 2s want to be liked and find ways that they can be helpful to others so they belong. This type fears being unloved. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. 4 is the individualist. 4s want to be unique and do experience deep, authentic emotions. Okay. Type 4s fear they are flawed and are overly focused on how they are different from other people. Ah, okay. So 4 makes a lot of sense too. I'm surprised 4 is not number 1, but number 1 is number 1. Okay. Type 8 is the challenger. 8 see themselves as strong, as powerful, seek to stand up for what they believe in. Greatest fear of the type 8 is to be powerless, controlling the environment. Yeah, I'm definitely not an 8. That is like my anti-type, yeah. Okay, so let's do type... I'm not type 9, which is the peacemaker. Oh, that sounds awesome. All right, where's type 1? Type 1, the perfectionist. All right, let's see here. Ones like to do things correctly and to have high standards. Are sticklers for rules and pay close attention to detail. They also try avoid making mistakes. To others, they appear perfectionist, responsible, and exacting. Ones are typically sticklers for rules, details. They get frustrated when things don't live up to very high standards at work or relationships. Okay. Deepest fears. One's fear being bad people. Oh yeah, morally flawed, otherwise seen as imperfect. Yep, that's it. All right, I was about to be like, I don't know, this might be like lower. They fear being seen as bad people. All right, no, that fits. That fits. All right, there we go. They cope with this fear by being rigidly disciplined and very hard on themselves, often those around them. I try not to be hard on those around me. Ones strive to be good and honorable, to live life with purpose. They seek the best, most correct way to do things. Key personality traits of 1, serious and straightforward during conversation, attuned to practicality and frugality. Frugality, yes. Practicality, not as much. Hardworking and diligent as employees. Okay. High internal standards. Rigidity in plans and decisions. I have rigidity. I like ingenuitiveness, but I have some rigidity. Intense ability to concentrate. Yeah, I can get into it. Natural talent for teaching and instructing. Well, I'm a counselor and I was a substitute for a while. How rare? I don't care about rare. Perfectionist, responsible, and serious-minded pragmatics. They want to find purpose in their lives, in particular, the ability to improve the welfare of people and make things better or greater good. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. To do this, they use their best judgment to find solutions that can be applied to the real world. They have a deep appreciation and interest in ethics, and frequently spend time evaluating and adjusting their moral compass as necessary. Yeah. Often, ones have a clear life mission outlined in their mind. Yeah. And they work very hard behind the scenes to transform that powerful vision. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because I've been working on stuff in the background that don't show and everything. Okay. Strong sense of duty and tenaciousness. Quiet and controlled, they will follow through with their words and commitments. I'm not always quiet about it. Perfectionists are willing to go the extra mile to ensure their work is top notch. I don't go the extra mile most of the time. I just do what's asked of me. But once again, maximum of the minimum. They take great pride in crafting streamlined schedules and plan to carry out tests in the most efficient manner possible, optimizing lifestyle. Yeah, I don't take pride in it, but I just do it because, all right, let's get it done. Within the structure of the Enneagram, 1 belongs to the body-based, which is surprising to me, along with type 8 and type 9. This triad focuses on more on the core emotion of anger. Oh, my God. Well, I do have a temper, so all right. Which type 1s cope with by designing their lives around order and control. Perfectionist feels as if they have everything organized under control, they will not have to worry about negative emotional experiences like anger or frustration. Because this type sees anger as wrong. Anger is not wrong. It is a base emotion that is important to have. It can become wrong if it is overwhelming. Just like the Bible talks about, be slow to anger. But it is okay to have righteous fury against what is wrong. Their verse is about that. They will repress it, which ultimately lead to feelings of resentment, self-loathing, regret. Ow! All right, fine. Sometimes I repress more than I should, but it should be given to the Lord and talked about to process as well. Type 1s often grow up in environments where there's a lot of chaos and uncertainty. That's not true for me. I grew up with a very, very structured, wonderful environment. Because this type 1s will feel responsible for everything together, believes everything will be good. Because ones believe they're always right, ouch. Well, yeah, I believe that what is right, and objectivity is objectivity. They're relatively critical of both themselves and others. Ouch. Healthy ones learn to accept imperfection, accept themselves, others as they are, rather than focus on what they should be. Ooh, that hurts. The should be is a big thing. I am a very big proponent of should. But this should be this way. But it's like, yes, it should self. But the Lord has mercy on those who aren't that way even. So what right do we have not to? IW9, IW2, there we go. That's the one. Enneagram type 1, wing 2, that's what I have. I might be I was very close with 1 and 2, so those could both be primaries. So we'll read about the 2 as well. Have all the main characteristics of type 1, but also resemble type 2 in many ways. These ones are more focused on the livelihoods of other people, and champion causes focus on meeting people's needs. Okay, they may appear overly controlling or critical of other people in an effort to help them from becoming the best version of themselves. Like type 2s, this type wants to help and feel appreciated. IW2s are drawn to career in medicine, law, religion, and social justice. Okay. Core values: a desire to improve every aspect of their lives, to aim for their actions to be consistent with their values and principles. Responsibility and due diligence are pillars. They strive for accountability and appreciate functionality. Integrity is key factor in their life choices, stands the test of time. Yeah, integrity is huge. Loyalty, justice, are core. Yeah, integrity is huge. I will give them that. That is a very, very big one. All right, what's type 2? Because this was very close percentage-wise. How close was this? Hold on. How close was type 2? Type 1 was 98, type 2 was 96. So they're like right beside each other. 4 was 88, so that was genuinely like smaller. So let's take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Okay, we're still okay on time. We still got a little bit. Hold on. Boop. Let's take a look at type 2. 2s are defined by the desire to belong and be loved by others. They are helpful, nurturing, caring towards others. They are eager to involve themselves in others' lives. 2s rarely say no when others ask them for help, want to provide value to others by always being there for them. Deepest fear. 2s fear being alone and unloved, and cope with this fear by taking care of others and making themselves central to other people's lives. Enneagram 2s want to feel loved and appreciated, which motivates them to express love towards others in the words and actions. Okay. Key personality traits: warm smile and eyes, approachable, radiant kindness, vocal volunteer activist. I don't know if I'm very vocal. I can see why this is my secondary. 1 is definitely the primary. I can see that now that I'm looking at these. These are there, but I think 1 is the bigger one with like the perfectionist and like this has to be done right. Excellent team player, caring and gentle, nurturing, patient, smooth, flowing movements. However, I don't care about rares. Enneagram type 2 in depth. Givers are highly empathetic and caring individuals who put others' needs above their own. They have intuitive abilities to anticipate the emotional gaps of others and support them. They find great joy in being available and are seen as a source of encouragement, on a shoulder to cry on. I'm the counselor. Through thick and thin, they're the ride or die companion and friend. Their 2s are strategic in how they form relationships. Usually open and popular, givers find themselves in a variety of groups and are liked by many. That's true. I can see that. Like I know we talked about a lot of times I don't seek out new friends and stuff, but I go and try to connect with everyone to try to be there and to just be a presence that can be pleasant for them in the group in case they need someone to talk to within those kinds of circumstances. Going back to Myers-Briggs for a moment, the INFJ is also known as the chameleon type. Apparently, the INFJ, which is, as we saw, it kind of was, if that has any meaning, is able to adapt to any kind of social situation to kind of play what's needed in it. So that kind of makes sense. So strategic, how they form, blah, blah. Givers are motivated by desire to gain approval from other people. Yeah, it is. I hate it, but it's true. Often through indirect methods. 2s have an unconscious ulterior motive in their acts of kindness. Often assume others are the same. I hate ulterior motives. See? No altruism, baby. It's always for our own benefit in some way. A healthy 2 may be a person who is selfless in a superficial way, or someone who supports and gives others at the expense of harming themselves or another person, such as by enabling an addict. Ooh, yeah, I can see how that can get bad, where it's like, but if they love me, it's okay. I know this is bad, but they're happy. It's like, happiness isn't what matters. And that's where my 1 comes in probably to help, is that happiness isn't what matters. We know by the Lord what's right and wrong. So as you can see, there's kind of a conflict between the left and right side of logic and what matters, objective truth of life and love, and the subjective but emotions, empathy, and feeling. Those are at bat a lot. Enneagram 2s are part of the heart-based triad, so body and heart, along with the type 3s and 4s. This triad focuses on emotion of sadness, a result of feeling like the individual is not loved for who they really are. 2 often go to environments so they feel like the basic emotions are not met, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. 2-wing 1. Here we go. Enneagram 2-wing 1 types are 2s who share many of the same traits as type 1 perfectionists. These 2s may appear more quiet, studious, and reserved. Okay, this sounds a lot like me. This type strives to serve others and struggle with criticism. Okay, okay. Common careers for this type: counselor, veterinarian, nurse, and school psychologist. Well, this one clicks more, and this right here describes me a lot more, I think. Legionary, I have to go to sleep now, but enjoy the rest of your birthday. Thank you, Legionary. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. I didn't think anyone was going to be here, especially you. I know that I saw you last night, so I was like, oh, there he is. Or she. My apologies. But I hope you have a fantastic night. Get a good night's sleep, and I hope your next day is blessed and wonderful too. May God bless you, and I hope you have a great day going forward. And feel free to take the test too. This is on Truity. It's free, so feel free if you like. Just remember, these are guides. They're helps. They're not everything. So just keep that in mind. Okay, core values. A strong sense of meaning, acknowledgement from others, and emotional intimacy. Altruism holds a strong place in our hearts. Rarely go out of their way. Yeah, altruism is huge. Kindness and reciprocity is important. Proof someone's like, thank you, bye, bye. Like mood is hearts. Mano. Is immeasurably better than helping themselves. Yep, okay. Share experience spending quality time. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is pretty good. All right, so we're a 1v2 or a 2v1. It's very close. It's very, very close. So, all right. I think that my stance on biblical truths and understanding that really I think it messed with the test a little bit because I hold the Lord's truths in the Bible as foundationally true in the world, not just for me. So I'm answering them as if, yeah, that's fact. And yeah, that needs to be held. Whereas maybe some people don't hold that, so it puts them a little lower on that kind of spectrum. So I could see myself being 2v1 or 1v2. I could see either one, they kind of like mesh together. But 1 and 2 are definitely my big ones. So I can see that. I can definitely understand that. Okay. Next up, we have the Big Five. So the Big Five personality type is, you can actually open this up. Oh no, you can see my tabs. Oh no. Okay. So Big Five personality trait is the most widely accepted personality theory. Although it's not as well understood among lay people as Myers-Briggs. See, Myers-Briggs is more popular. This one is the more scientifically sound way. So this is the Big Five. The one we're doing right now is the scientific personality test. Scientific, because none of them are. But spoilers, mental health work is part art, and we don't know what the hell we're doing, by the way. Anyone who argues I'm a mental health counselor, I'll fight you on that. See? Passion on what they... But yeah, so this is the closest one we have to like scientific. Because the model proposes a human personality measure on 5 major dimensions, so it's like a spectrum. Each of which is distinct and independent from the others. They're all their own things. It's not like the INFJ and stuff where they all kind of work together in the numbers or the 1v2 or the Enneagram, where it's like 1 wing 2 or 2 wing 1. This one's like each one is individual kind of thing. Sometimes called the whatever. People understand, have very low key personality, drive thoughts, behavior. The personality case cannot be specifically predicted. Differences help understand. In model personality rather is a trait model rather than type model. Most popular ways of describing personality talk about personality types. INFJ, yeah, the Myers-Briggs. Though type models are easy to understand, they're not scientifically sound. People don't neatly sort into categories. See, Big Five describes people in terms of traits, such as in more valid and evidence-based. So the ones here is openness. Not to be so there are 5 traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, ableness, neuroticism. So openness, not to be confused with one tendency to be open to disclose their thoughts and feelings. Openness in the context refers to openness to experience, or openness to considering new ideas. This trait has been called intellect by other researchers, but this terminology is largely abandoned. Openness is more intelligent, blah, 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 blah. Openness describes a person's tendency to think abstractly. Those who are high in openness tend to be creative, adventurous, and intellectual. They enjoy playing with the others, blah, blah. Novel ideas. Or low tend to be traditional. So it's like whether you're kind of like ingenuitive versus like sensing and all that, but you get the idea. May relate to the degree in which the brain or connected. Conscientiousness describes a person's ability to be goal-oriented, persistent, high or like very determined, organized, low, impulsive, sidetracked, and everything like that. Extroversion, people are inclined to seek stimulation from the outside world. Introverts conserve energy and not work hard to achieve social rewards. They're not like a social and stuff and like out there in the world. They're mostly like content with being inside. Agreeableness, person prioritizes the needs of others above their own needs. Kind of like, I'm okay with other people. It's like, I just forge my own path. I don't care. Bull in the china shop. Neuroticism, person tending to respond to stressors with negative emotions. People who are high in neuroticism basically are like react to situations with negative emotions a lot, and those with lower, like, this sucks, but let's go. It's that kind of thing. So that's kind of like the description. Going over it kind of fast because I don't have a lot of time left. Boom. Okay. All right. So here we are. So I'm just going to answer as honestly. I have a kind word for everyone. Yes, I always have a kind word I can find for them. I'm always prepared. I try to be as much as possible. I feel comfortable around people. Not as much as I should. I'm a little uncomfortable when it comes to a lot of people. I often feel blue. I feel it very strongly when I do, but no, I don't often feel sad. All in all, I am flourishing. Yeah, all in all, I am flourishing. Not as much as I should, but I see this as should again. Man, I believe in the importance of art. It's there. It's important. It's important, man. Yeah, I mean, I talk about shows and like, oh my gosh, you guys can see everything again. I don't care. I talk about shows and stuff all the time and like go into the talks about it and how it has like important impacts. So yeah, I'm the life of the party, not a chance. I'm easily upset by the people suffering. Yes, I am. There are many things I do not like about myself. Gosh dang it. Less and less since I've grown up, but yeah, I mean, you heard me as we were going through this. My moods change easily. I'm a joyful person most of the time. I'm a little more pessimistic than I should be, but most of the time. Driven with kindness and sympathy, I try to as much as I can. I get chores done right away. Yeah, I get that stuff done. I'm skilled in handling social situations. I'm okay at it, actually. Like, I am okay being in a social situation and being part of it. I don't feel super comfortable in it, but I'm pretty good at doing it. I'm often troubled by negative thoughts. Yeah, they're there a lot. Like, I won't say they're not, but I know the Lord's with me. But they, once again, if I am a 1, let's go Enneagram, then I'm like very hard on myself and perfectionist. So I accept people the way they are. Yeah, I accept them, but I don't agree with what they're doing all the time. But I accept them because the Lord does in His love. I have to seek out the things that make me happy. Yeah, I mean, not hugely, but I do. I take care of other people before taking care of myself. I often feel anxious about what could go wrong. Yeah. I'm generally aware of how I feel. Yes. I start arguments just for fucking heck no. Get me away from arguments, please. I often worry I'm not good enough. All the way over here. I'm good at identifying the emotions I'm feeling. Yeah. I find it difficult to get to work. I mean, there are times where I procrastinate pretty hard. But if it's work, like I'm at my job, I get on that crap. So I'm going to put it neutral, though. I stay in the background. I usually do. I try not to come to the forefront. In fact, yeah, I stay in the background. I seldom feel blue. Neutral. I do sometimes. I mean, it comes up. I'm good at talking to people about their feelings. I mean, I'm a freaking counselor. I better be. I do not like art. I love art. Are you kidding me? That's not what I'm doing to help other people. Yeah, not as much as I should, but I do. I should be doing it more. I change my plans frequently. Freaking heck no. I feel comfortable with myself. I do. As much as I've said all this stuff about myself and been like, I do feel comfortable with myself. I do. I do feel comfortable with who I am. I know the Lord made me, and I know I'm made beautifully and wonderfully. I don't know. I feel like I'm somewhat different in some ways. It's like, Nonverbal inclusion, body language. I'm good, but I'm not super great at it. I should be better at it, honestly. I avoid philosophical discussions. I don't jump into them, but I like getting in. I like getting into them. Rate each word according to how well it describes you. Base your rating is how you really are, not how you would like to be. The should is going to be hard on this. I should be original. I'm pretty original. Systematic. Oh yeah, I'm pretty systematic. Shy. And I'm pretty shy. Soft-hearted. There it is. Tense. I'm pretty tense, actually. I'm tense too much. Inquisitive. Forgetful. No, I'm not forgetful. I remember stuff pretty well. Actually, reserved. I'm very reserved. Agreeable. Agreeable is like trying to go out. Yeah. Nervous. I'm decently nervous most of the time, but I'm okay. I'm just like, I have like, Ooh, I wonder how things are going to be. Creative. Yeah, I'm pretty creative. I'll actually give myself that. Self-discipline. I can actually give myself that. Outgoing. Heck no. Charitable. Neutral. I'm not as much as I should be, and I don't know how well I am. I'm not, but I don't think I'm in there. Moody. Imaginative. Organized. Yup. Talkative. I am when I'm going. I'm going to put it there. Humble. Ow! Ow! You're just going to ask it. You're just going to shoot me. Lord, why? Holy Spirit, help. Neutral. Because I don't know. I honestly don't know how to answer it. Pessimistic. No. Honestly, I can say I'm not. I know what could happen that's bad, but I try to look at the positive. Reach statement, basement. Okay. I'm very grateful to have the life I do. Damn straight I do. Damn well. Dang well. Because, Lord, no, I am. My family loves me intensely, and I have a wonderful life. I want more, and I want to be in a better job. I agree to that. And I want a girlfriend. But I am very grateful. I can often describe my emotions. Yes, I can. I can tell people are feeling just by looking at them. Yeah. I have a lot to say. I do have a lot to say, but it's not like huge. I don't really like networking. Yeah, I hate networking. I suck at it. My little brother, by the way, if we go by Myers-Briggs, he is ESTP. He's my exact opposite if we go by Myers-Briggs. His networking is insane. I've never seen someone work networking like him. He's amazing. I love my little brother. I love you, Tyler. Whatever. People don't know who he is. But I love him. He's wonderful. And his networking is insane. I feel like I really know what others are thinking. No, I kind of get the idea sometimes. I have rich emotional vocabulary. It's decent. I have control over my emotions. No. I control them, like I have self-discipline, but they're very wild. I know that. I have very good social skills. It's whatever. I know how to cheer people up. I try to like have a kind word. I often give in to urges. Temptation once again. I do sometimes. But not a super lot, I wouldn't say. It's really just lust is the big one that I flub on a lot. I often look at the bright side of things. Yes, not as much as I should or I used to. I'm worse about it now, but I do. I enjoy going to art museums. I think I'd enjoy it, honestly. Because I've done it a few times. It's like, this is actually kind of nice. I recognize emotions when I'm feeling them. Yeah, I do. I tolerate stress well. I don't. In fact, no, I can't even. I want it to be this at least, but it's this. I'm bad at stress, and I know I am. Gosh dang it, I wish I was better at that. My bad moves are short-lived. No, they stick around. They're not forever, but they stick around. Relationships are an extremely important part. Hey, they're the most important thing horizontally. Once something upsets me, I find it hard to calm myself back down. Yeah, I do it, and I can, but it's not easy. I always make good use of my time. Yes, I'm pretty good about making good use of my time because time is important. I'm interested in the meaning of things. Always. I must. If I'm not interested in the meaning of something, I'm not interested in what it is. I'm not very confident. Hello? I'm not very good at talking to people about my emotions. No, I'm pretty good about it. That's one of the things I can do. I am persuasive. Honestly, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm decently persuasive. That comes from the emotional extroversion, kind of like understanding how other people are thinking and trying to work with them on that. And I'm a counselor, so I am socially aware. I'm decently, not hugely, but I get the idea of what's going on. I avoid taking on a lot of responsibility. Neutral. I'll do it if I have to, but I don't go looking for it. I don't like to draw attention to myself. Yeah, I don't really like doing it. I feel I am better than other people. Once again, I have to be honest, and I hate that. Although answering these questions is making me now put it over here. But I think that I do control myself pretty well and all that. I make friends easily. No. I make plans and stick to them. Yes. I'm not interested in abstract ideas. I'm very interested. I only care about abstract. Why do you think I actually put up with Nomura's Kingdom Hearts crap? I criticize other people. I do on my own. but not to their face. I know it sounds terrible, but I criticize the actions because I'm starting to criticize more people more than actions nowadays. I've noticed that because I know that is the point, is the action, not the person themselves exactly. I'm going to put neutral. I don't talk a lot. See, once again, I'm going to put neutral because I do talk whenever I'm going. I enjoy hearing new ideas. I do enjoy hearing them. Yes. It's important to me that people are on time. Yeah, I'm okay with it if they're a little late. I'm all right, but it matters. Score it, baby. All right, what have we got? Openness, 90%. Always drives a person to think in abstract, complex ways. High scores will be creative, adventurous, intelligence. Blah, blah. Tend to avoid. Okay, so I've got a lot of openness, so I'm really open to like abstract and complexity. I've got a good amount of conscientiousness, self-discipline, pursue goals. Yes, here's one of the negatives, extroversion. Introverts, on the other hand, conserve their energy, do not work as hard to earn social rewards. Yep, I am fine. If I had, I'll put it this way. If I had a girlfriend and a wife who loved me, I loved her, and we genuinely were together, and we were married, and we were going towards it, I would be fine outside of the streams and dives like this, because I still like to do this. I would be fine not meeting and super becoming a big friend with anyone else in my life. I don't mind if it happens, but I'd be fine not seeking it out. If I had a wife and we two were together in love, and I have my family and the friends I do have, and I can keep going with this and whatever that's going to happen with dives and the streams and the friends I have, I'd be more than happy to just continue with that. I really would. Agreeableness. I've got a good amount of it. They're usually agreeableness, experience, deal, empathy, type of good pleasure. This is lower than I thought. Trusting, forgiving, people are lower agreeableness, less empathy, put their own concerns about others. That's not less than I thought. I thought this would be higher. Neuroticism. Yeah, I'm highly neurotic. Yep. Okay. What do you value? You are a highly sympathetic and altruistic person who values kindness and compassion above all else. True. You feel it is crucial to care for others and work to make the world a better place. I mean, by the Lord's love and spread his joy and his sacrifice. You rarely do anything that does not have a payoff in kindness and caring. You're unconcerned with selfish goals. I mean, I am concerned with them, but I put them to the background. Instead, preoccupy yourself with the needs of others. You have a genuine love of ideas, value originality, creativity, and imagination. It's important for you to have consistent opportunities to learn new things and improve your mind. You value your intelligence, challenge, depth of thought, and insights. Okay, great. So I can't go any farther because I have to pay for it, which is fine. But yeah, okay. So I scored pretty high on all of these, except for extroversion. And for a lot of these, you want to score high, except for probably neuroticism. You want that to be low. Mine is very high because, yeah, I don't do super well with stress, which sucks, and I wish I did. But, you know, we are who we are, and I got to put that forward. Okay, so I've never done this one. Workplace behavior. All right, I'm going to skip the disc one because we don't have a lot of time. We're going to do one more. And this one I already have taken before once again, but we're going to do one more. This is the love language. In fact, let me open up a new tab. Hold on. Okay, so, all right, so it's going to be annoying and like not give me the same thing. Hold on. What? No, I want, oh my gosh, hold on. Let me get this back up, everyone. You're not going to give me like 5 love languages. Okay. So there are love languages, all right? So now we're going to do the romance side. Romance, baby. This is the last one because I've taken this before, so we'll skip the disc because I don't really have time, and that's fine. We'll do love languages. So love languages are the ways that an individual wants to receive affection in any type of relationship. It can be romantic. It can also be friendship or family or friends. I already said friends. Or things like that. The ways that people want to receive affection. Everyone wants affection to some degree in some way, but different people want it in different ways. And there are 5 main types. There are acts of service, that's doing things for others, other people doing things for you. Receiving gifts, pretty self-explanatory, gifts. Quality time, time spent together, doing things together. Words of affirmation, spoken words and nice like whispers of love and things like that. And physical touch, which doesn't just have to be sexual and sensual. It can be like hugs and high fives and hits on the back and stuff like that, things like that. So I've taken this test before. You usually have a primary and secondary, that love language that you have. I know what mine are based on the past, but let's see how they are now. So we'll see how this is based on the modern love language that I have. So I'm going to answer as honestly as I can. Okay. I feel most love when my partner, so this is romance. This is romance. Now, the difficulty with this test for me, wow, I'm actually going to say, I don't think I've ever said it on this in the streams before. I think I've definitely alluded to it. I think I might have said it once, but for sure, this is the first official time at 31 years old now, and this is my fault more than most. This is my fault, and I know that. I have never been in a romantic relationship before. I want to. I've had dates. I've gotten close 3 times. The first time, I was in high school. We were writing journals back and forth, and I almost wrote, "Will you be my girlfriend?" But I remember praying about it, and for some reason, the Lord, I felt something, and I could be wrong, of course, because feelings are not everything, as we've already talked about. But I erased it, and we just stayed friends. The second time was in college. That one was a true blunder by me, but I'm going to say the word, I'm a dumbass, I'm a fool. I had everything. The way I always describe the college one is, I had the net. Like, I'm not actually catching anything, okay? This isn't like catching a big game, but it's the allegory, so please go with it. I'm not saying catching girls is like catching animals in the wild. You gotta trap them, and no. I'm just saying, like, using it as an analogy, I set up the net, everything was ready, the bait, walked in, everything was set, bait was taken, all I had to do was pull the rope and catch, and we were good. I had the rope in my hand, everything was done, I dropped the rope and just kind of walked away. That's how I described myself in college doing that. Why? I don't know. I'm a freaking fool. Dumbass? I don't know. I got nothing. I've got nothing on that one. She's married and happily like living a life, so God bless her, and that's great. I don't have any bitterness. I'm just saying, like, I have bitterness against myself because it's like, what the hell did you do? I'm so dumb. Anyway, so there was that. And then the latest time, there was an individual who really liked me, and I spent time with her. We hung out together as friends. We were friends, and we got to know each other. And she was very sweet. She is very sweet, very nice, very wonderful. But I didn't feel that spark, and I wasn't physically attracted, and I tried to like her, and I felt guilty. I still feel guilty that I didn't like her, but I know that what's right is if I went with her and I started dating and we were in a romantic relationship, I'd be lying. Once again, this is remember the 1 and 2 wing and all that? Integrity is huge for me. Honesty is huge. I'd be lying if I said that, like, I love you and everything, because I didn't have that, and it doesn't feel right to me. So she's now have a wonderful boyfriend. Everything's great, so no problem, but that's the reason for that one. So my fault. First one, just kind of not really the right time. Second one, I have no excuse. Third one, just I felt like it wasn't right. So that's where we are. And as for everything else I should have dated, that's on me. But we are where we are, and I know the Lord's going to bless me, so I'm just doing my best to get out there, and I know He'll do the best for me. So your will be done, God. I leave that in your hands. But yeah, so just all that being said, I've never actually been in a romantic relationship, so this is going to be me abstract thinking, which, as you can tell based on the other tests, I love to do, but that doesn't mean it's accurate. So this is going to be the least, like, reliable test, valid test, I guess. Validity is what we're talking about. So I don't know, whatever, but, like, just keep that in mind. So we'll take the result with a grain of salt, but I'll do the best I can. Okay, so if I were to have a girlfriend or wife, going forward with that, I would feel the most love when she would tell me how important I am to them, gives hugs and kisses, or brings special treat. Okay, I don't care about the special treat that much, but that's, it's very sweet. Tells how important is big. Oof. I'm trying to think. This is so hard because I haven't had it. I think gives hugs. This is so close. This is so close being told. But I think, like, the physical hug and the kiss in like quiet could tell a lot for that. But then again, it could be done in fakeness. But this could be done in fakeness too. Feel most special when they make a little bit of their budget for items that are important, share what they appreciate, like do things with me in their spare time. I like doing things is fine, but I don't mind if we do different things. But if they share what they care about me and tell me like encouragement, I think would mean a lot. That's my relationship when my partner tells me they're proud of me, invites me, looks at their children, tells me they're proud of me. So like when they tell me that like, hey, I'm proud of you for doing this, I think that means a lot. I've almost loved my partner, cooks a meal, praises my personal qualities, cuddles. Oh, actually, most cuddle. I want to cuddle so bad. I think that'd be so cute. But praises personal qualities would be good too. But I feel like I would just downplay it. But a cuddle, I can't downplay. Like they're physically doing it, and I just have to accept it. Real special partner makes me feel safe, flirts with me, makes me feel safe. When they make me feel safe, I feel very, very special because they're like holding me. My partner can show best show love by finding fun things for us to do together, supporting me when I'm feeling down. Supporting me when I'm feeling down for sure. That kind of encouragement is huge. When takes care of chores I dislike, includes being a hobby and interest, comfort me when I'm worried or anxious for sure. When I'm worried or anxious, they take the time, and even whenever I'm like downplaying it, they're like, no. I want to be here for you in this. That means a lot. Actions for your partner to complete the answers and more. Most important to least. Okay, so rearrange them. So like that. Okay. Partner makes me feel most loved. They share their true thoughts and opinions. They help me get things done. They encourage me when I'm having a hard time to put their arm. I would say when they put their arm around me, it makes me feel most loved because they're physical contact. I have you. I'm here. And then encourage me would be the second, and share their thoughts and opinions because they trust me with that. When they help me get things done, it means a lot, yes, but I can do things on my own. Like I don't need the help to do the things. I need the help to like encourage that I can. In a sense, I feel most loved with my partner, thanks me for the things I do for them, shows they find me attractive, discuss important decisions, spend money. Discuss important decisions is big. And no, actually, thanks me when I do things for them is probably no. Important decisions, because that is like they value my opinion, we value that we are equal, and that they're like we'll do it together. Thanks me for the things I do for them is second, and it shows they find me attractive. I do like that. I don't care about being spent money. I don't mind it, but I honestly feel guilty if it's done. So it's more about like doing things and like I appreciate you. When they value my opinion, listen to me talk about problems, touch me affectionately. Probably touch is probably the most, because like if they're willing to touch specifically like an arm touch or like hold me like this while like we're talking, like that would make me feel a lot. Value opinion is big, but I think listen to problems is the bigger one, because my opinion's important, and I like voicing my opinions as I talked about, but I think it's okay if it's like, well, I think the opinion may be wrong because of that, So talk about problems is like a big one. Because that's like understanding and empathy. What can your partner do to make you feel most loved? Share plans and dreams. Probably praise my accomplishments is the biggest one. Once again, I'm very selfish. I worry that I'd be a very selfish lover. That's what makes me like really, really worried, because I've never had it. So I'm like, man, I'm like really self-centered in this. I feel bad about it. But that would probably be the biggest is praise. Share plans and dreams is big because it's trust with that. Plan activities would be nice because it's like, oh, you care about like us doing things together. And then run errands is like, no, it's okay. I got it. I'd rather do it myself, honestly. What would you most like a partner to do to express their love? Okay, take care of my belongings, let me vent about my stress, listen to my opinions. Express their love is hold my hand. I'd love my hand to be held. Oh, I think that'd be wonderful. Let me vent when I'm stressed would feel like, well, I think listen to opinions would be bigger. Let me vent when I'm stressed is big, but I think like ideas and opinions, I would appreciate them like hearing it and like being involved with it and stuff, because I have a lot of it. What does your partner do to make you feel special? Recognition of my achievements, plan a big surprise, join me in hobbies, ask my advice on important matters. Probably this. I don't like surprise parties that much, as we talked about, so I'm not like big on that. Recognition for achievements, I need that encouragement. I think that goes a long way for me personally, Ask for advice so that I could like share advice and stuff like that. I'm a counselor, so I do that kind of anyway. Joining hobbies we both enjoy, I think, is good. Time spent together is super important. Though I don't mind having my own hobbies apart from her. I think that's okay. Do to bring you closer. Learn about hobbies and interests, plans for goals. Yeah, I think take care of me when I'm not feeling well is the big one. Like I said, I like being comforted. I think that this is the right order. Learn about my hobbies and interests. Actually, that would be the biggest one. If she took the time to be involved with my hobbies and interests, and she got really into it, was okay doing that. I think that would mean a lot. But I'm okay if she doesn't. I think it's the bigger thing. Take care of me when I'm not feeling well. Plan future goals and do chores. I feel best in my relationship with my partner. Shares her true thoughts and feelings, run errands, puts her arms around me. Aww. 1 and 3 are big. I want honesty, so this is huge. But I think I would like feel really good if they put their arms around me. I love that physical touch, man. I think that'd be awesome. I feel close to my partner when they help me do this, praise my accomplishments. These two are so hard. I'm going to put discuss important decisions because I feel like we're both doing it together. Values my opinions, encourages me when I'm having difficulties, buys my presence. I guess encourages me when I'm having difficulties. That would be a lot. I buy most of my partner showing love by thanking me for when I do things for them, listening to me and talking to different issues. Definitely listening and talking to me. I think that open communication is huge. Feel love my partner, lets me vent when I'm under stress, shows they find me desirable. Honestly, I know lets me vent is a big thing, but I can do that by myself if I need to. I think shows that I'm desirable is like big because I'm like, oh, okay. Because I don't have the most confidence, and that's okay, but I want humility, but I think it would like go a long way. I think I'm finding like support is like big. My partner can show love to me by joining activities, planning a special prize, give me praise. I think giving me praise once again would be a big one. When they learn about my hobbies and interests, touch me affectionately. Once again, I think touch. Even my hobbies and interests would be huge if she got involved, like huge. But I think like the touch and like the specific touch of me, like not even sensual, just like I have you. Okay? Like that's like big. I think that's big. Okay. Now this is what I can do for them. Okay, so let's think on this. Let's not be selfish. Now, let's think. Okay. What would I do? We had a hard day. What would I do? Okay, first off, encourage them to talk about it and listen passionately. That's the first one. Ask about what happened. First off, then ask questions. I want to give the big hug and talk about it first. I want them to be able to fully relax and cope with it first. Then ask about like maybe where I can help for it. And then spending time together doing something fun, and then clean the house and make dinner. I'll admit acts of like me doing the things like for practical work is my least thing that I would offer. I'm willing to admit that. Partner's birthday, how will I celebrate? Orders from mimosa top. I probably write something to them personally. That'd be the first thing. Book a fancy table, yes, and get a nice gift. I'd book a fancy thing for sure. And they love to visit would be third. And then take care of the chores. Once again, I wouldn't do the whole take care of chores and stuff thing. I would do like a personal intimacy activity instead. Although this is a very good one to do, don't get me wrong. Might be more important. I'm just answering honestly, based on what I think. You and your partner have been distant lately. How do I try to okay, I don't know. I've never been this distant, but let's try. Let's think on this self. How much you love and appreciate them, spend more time with them. Okay. Ask them how they feel. I want all open discussion about how are you feeling about the relationship. Tell them how much we appreciate. Absolutely. I probably do physical after that, yeah. And then spend time together. And then, yeah, spend time together. And then the gift would be last. I don't do gift stuff too much. I also don't have a lot of money, but I don't do gift stuff too much. I wouldn't mind spending money on a girl, especially if we were in a committed relationship. But I more like the time together and emotional intimacy in that. Partner going above and beyond a relationship lately. How do I show appreciation back? Treat them with spurs, chores. Explain how their actions mean to you. Absolutely. Then give kisses, and then offer to do favorite hobbies. Yes. Yeah, I'd probably do the splurge above the chore thing, just because I don't mind doing chores for other people, but like I feel like I want to do something so that they see it and can hone it in their heart more. But sometimes the smallest things are important. So this is honestly very important. I'm just saying I don't know if I do it. Stressful conflict with one of their family members, okay? Nope. Be sympathetic ears, the first thing, always number one. For me, I admire them and ability to deal with it. Then I give advice, and then hugs, and then chores. Yeah. Partner disagree about big decision. Oof, this one's going to be hard because I know big decisions for me are principle based, and you guys have seen how much principles matter to me. So this one's going to be hard. What do I do to show the commitment? This for sure, validate their feelings. Let them know how much I appreciate it. Yep, because I do appreciate it. No, this will be the last thing. I don't want to take time away from the issue. I want to address this together now. If she needs time, that's fine, but time away from each other, and we'll come back to it. Make her be physically close. Firstly, discuss the pros and cons, yeah, and then close. This is where this stuff will come first, and the physical will come last. Later. Your partner confesses that they hate their job, okay? Sympathize with what they're going through first off, then compliment them, help them figure out strategies, offer to take responsibilities in more homes, so I have more time to decompress. Financial aid will be the last thing, because I don't know if I could provide it anyway, because I don't make a lot. Even in the future, I don't know how much. I honestly do more responsibilities at home, so that they can figure out the job thing. Because their responsibility is their job and taking care of that and their finances. Not that we couldn't take care of it together, of course, but like their part of the finances is their responsibility in their bubble. I try to take care of the things outside of it so that they can focus on it and work through it. Through the fire and flames, basically. Be with them through it. Partner shares they feel overwhelmed. How do I help? Okay. Empathize with their feelings first and foremost. Help them figure out more effective ways. I think I take it before we're offered together to join. I think I'd offer to take it first and then offer to join, and then offer a higher help. It's date night. What do you do to make it special? Okay. Lots of compliments. First off, lots of confidence. Plan ahead with conversation topics. I probably do that. Splash out an expensive dinner or event. Then physical intimacy. Then activity that's both fun for us. Yeah. Yeah, I put that over physical because physical to me is more selfish. So I put the expensive dinner first because I'm treating them. Someone new. How do you show you're interested? This one I might actually be able to do. Encourage them to be open. Yes. Ask them for important opinion. Yep. Touch would come later because I won't do it until we're like, offer to help. Yeah, probably this. I'd offer to services. I'd offer first before physical because it's going to take a while before we get there. Once we're there, we're there. But because I love physical. Sure, you can have my dinner on a man. Friends to women. Okay, get my results. Okay, so these are my love styles. Primary is still physical. Gosh damn it. I don't want it to be my first. I want like activity or emotional to be first. Not physical. Physical, it can be so surface and non-meaningful. It can be meaningful, but it's also supposed to be saved for the longest before you get involved with it. Gosh dang it. Why am I so physical based? So, I am primary physical, which means I like touch and like holding and things like that first. My second is emotional. I like voices and like emotional appreciation and things. Appreciation, and then intellectual. I don't really care for activity, finances, and practical. All right, well, that's the love languages, so whoopee. All right, well, that'll be the last test. That one was a little more janky than the others, but that's because I've never been in a relationship, so I'm going based on abstract thinking for it, which is, having to think about it from the future, which is not always easy to do. But yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. This was my little birthday dive. I've been meaning, I actually meant to do the psychological, I meant to do the Myers-Briggs thing after Psychonauts too, when we dove into there, because it was psychology and all that. I forgot to. Oops. So I was like, we'll just do it whenever I do the whole, birthday. So I just put all the test quizzes together now. That was pretty fun. It was nice seeing, I knew the Myers-Briggs, the 16 personality, surprise, surprise, INFJ again. I knew the love language. I'd taken that not too long ago. I don't know for certain because, once again, I've never been in a romantic relationship, so I can't know for certain. But I know kind of what I would like. Kind of selfish, but it's all I got. But I didn't know Enneagram and the Big Five as much because I've only taken those two once. So the Enneagram was interesting, the 1/2 or the 2v1. I can see that. That's very interesting. And then obviously the Big Five, being like, okay, neuroticism, I'm very high in, so whoopee. And I'm very low in extroversion. So, but the other ones I was pretty high, so I'm functioning pretty okay in those. But then again, it's not really good or bad. It's just kind of the spectrum, whatever. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much. God bless you. It's been a lot of fun diving into this for my birthday. I really always wanted to take those tests together all at once with that kind of thing. I think that's really fun. So yeah, we were able to do it. I'm happy for it. I tried to answer as honestly as I could, so hopefully it was pretty good to do so, and I did a pretty good job with it, I guess. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop there because I got to start getting ready for dinner with the family, and yeah. I should be back on. I'm going to try and dive in on Friday if there's nothing going on. Maybe we'll finally beat Millennia or whatever her name is. I believe we can. So we're going to try with it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, maybe I won't put that up. But anyway, yeah, so no Final Family Fantasy Fun Time 14 or this week. I'm going to be busy during the weekend. So it'll be next weekend. And no data list because we did it last week for Bioshock, but we'll do it next week. Anyway, I got to go for now, but God bless every single one of you. And I will talk to you all next time. God bless and goodbye. And I'll be putting this on YouTube as soon as I can. Bye.